Hi guys, it's your girl Adiola Patron.
And it's me, Mara Musa, and we are back with another Deep It podcast episode. Yes. But guys, dolls, we have a very special episode today.
Very, very special to the point that we was at the Beyonce. Well, we came back from Beyonce, we were drunk and we were like, let's practice how we're going to do this.
Yeah, and we were having a full so Audrey, Tolly, tell us.
I love that.
And we were practicing. It was an amazing episode, you know.
It was such a good episode. I wish you lot were there. Now it's like, I can't remember how we done it, so it's like we're just gonna have to try.
Yeah,
it's gonna be great. We've got this.
Yes.
So should we start with them introducing themselves? Because I feel like we know who you are.
I really want to introduce
you.
them.
Do it.
Okay.
She's a stan.
I am. Okay, so now the pressure. So guys, we have the OGs in the game. They have been doing, guys, you lot, I feel like you guys already know because I know Tolly knows about her shit. But you guys, I feel like you understand. I'm acting like they don't understand, but they understand. Guys, they're amazing at what they do. We have the Receipt podcast.
Thank you for having us.
No.
We need to do a swap season.
Yes.
You guys come on the video.
We want to come.
Okay,
we want to.
Yeah,
but you know what's so funny, guys? Like, we've been wanting you guys as guests for a long time.
Yeah.
From our first podcast, we had an episode where we were like listing like who we look up to and who we inspire, and we literally were like the receipts because you guys are OGs. Like, I don't even explain it. Like, there's such a level of respect. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Why did it never happen?
Okay.
Right. The elephant in the room. Let's get straight to it.
So we're gonna do first impressions because I feel like we've met before, then I feel like we've met a few times, but we've never really met. So can we do like first impressions of each other?
Yeah.
Okay, who wants to go first? I remember when I first met Tolly, I think.
Yeah.
We were at a screening to watch a movie.
Yes. I remember that. It was a random time of day.
Yeah.
I think it was just us three.
Yeah.
And I was on time. Yeah. I was there first. Yeah. And I think, or was you there first? I can't remember.
But you two were there before I was there.
Yeah, we were there on time and mine came a bit later.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing Tolly and I was like, in my head, I was like, oh my gosh, that's Tolly. So this was what was going on in my head, like, oh my gosh, that's Tolly. And I was like, oh, I don't know what to do. Like, it's just me and her. And I'm such a socially awkward person. I never say hello to people. But it's not like, because I don't want to say hello. I just don't be saying hello. And then when Maz came, I was like, oh my gosh, like, that's Tolly. And Maz is just always in her own mode. She's like, who? And then we were like, oh my gosh, she's got a notebook and pen.
Like, because I was interviewing. So what film was it?
It was
the junket for the girl that
the twins.
The twins.
Yeah.
I was doing another screening for that where I was going to be interviewing the cast.
Yes.
So I was there to take notes because I had to do a proper serious interview with them.
Right.
At another screening. I was doing that to sit down and talk with them. So I was really there to be like, take my notes, watch the film and do.
No, but that's what we admired.
Yeah.
They're so like,
someone's coming late. This one doesn't have a notepad and pen.
And I'm like, how are we supposed to remember?
Yeah.
And we was like, then we started like, because I don't think you're allowed your phone.
That's why I got
right. And I was like, she's so smart. Like, and because we listened to the pod, I was like, Tolly's just always like, she just gets it. She's so work savvy. So like my first impression. Whoa, actually, Maz, you go.
Okay, so after that, I think I remember like I saw you and I was like, oh my god, that's like I was a bit less in the podcast scene. I feel like I've only just started really getting into podcast space. So I'd always been like, no, the receipts. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna listen in. Cool. So new review and I was like, oh yeah, Tolly. And then I think my first impression of you wasn't.
Oh no, where were we?
So I'll tell you why. But I love you now, girl. Let me tell you.
No, where were we? Okay, tell me.
So it was the where did we go? We went to, it was I remember it was Amelia's birthday. Yeah. It wasn't her birthday. She done like a Valentine's event.
It's always her birthday.
Yeah. So that was the first time I was like, oh my god, Tolly, and I was with Zizi. So I'm like a natural, like, say hello. But I don't think you're like that. I think you're like Adiola, right? Where it's like, in the moment, you're a bit reserved. And unless, so in my opinion, I was like, oh, I don't know if Tolly likes me, you know?
It depends what year it was. Because there was a certain, no, let me tell you why I say that. A certain year, me and Zizi didn't fuck with each other.
Oh, and I was with Zizi.
So depending on what year it was, and you were with Zizi, I'm just like...
So I was such a hello, and I think in that moment, you didn't say it. So I was like, you don't like me, babe. And I did. I said, I don't think Tolly likes me, you know?
I saw Tolly, I don't think she likes me. I was like, no, babe, do you know what? She's kind of like that sometimes. Like, you might think that, but she she's not, because if she doesn't like you, I think you would know.
Yeah. And no, it probably depended on what year it was. It's like you was with Zizi. Me and Zizi didn't fuck with each other. So I was just like,
why am I going
by association, I'm not going to anybody. Yeah, like, no.
But then I saw you again at that panel we done.
Yes, in Bristol.
And I fell in love with you, Tolly. Let me tell you why. Because genuinely, I was like, you met my fiance. I was like, she's so good. Like, you know, like there's people that go into spaces and, you know, they go with the flow. No, Tolly, you will prepare. Like the way you speak, I was so admired by you, and I thought, you know what, I learned so much from you, and I felt like I was like, Tolly's who she is. Like you are who you are, and I see it. So I got such a really nice opinion of you from that, and I was like, I really like you.
Do you know that cinema thing was also a story? So I've got this. I think it's the Nigerian in me, right? I don't like disrespect. So in a way of that, do you know what I mean? Like, in a way that like, I'm not gonna be the one high girls and they're like looking at me.
Yeah.
So in that thing as well, I remember being in the cinema and then you guys came in. I think I gave her like a thingy. I didn't get anything back. I said, oh no.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I was like, oh, that's my age. So I was like, okay, cool. And then also, I think there is a weird thing in the industry where they do a pit unknowingly to us two. Like against each other. So like with the podcast she was on before, there was no reason why we shouldn't have been on that. Way. But then they put this kind of like, oh, it's them against them sort of thing unknowingly to us. And I think sometimes you play that role. We play that role.
Because then we did, because we was like, oh, why don't they want to come on? Maybe they're just like, they're just never
been asked.
Saying we'd never even been in our
nothing.
It's
never been asked. We've never ever been asked.
And it could have easily been a thing.
Yeah,
but this is why sometimes you got to cut out the middleman and go straight to the source.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? And I feel like sometimes in this industry, like representation and management and producers and whatever, kind of get in the way of like relationships that would be organic because we're in the same spaces. Do you know what I mean? So I would implore that to anybody, like just ask, just send the DM.
That's so.
Do you know what I mean? Because once I get that DM, then I know like whatever preconceived notions I had, they evaporate. Because you know. So
I called you after Bristol. I'm like, she's so sweet.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you were like, Mariam's lovely. Yeah. You definitely did. You definitely did. Yeah. You definitely did. Yeah.
Do you remember your first impression of Audrey? Yes.
Okay, I remember my first proper interaction with you was at the YSL.
Yes.
Beauty
Yeah.
And we sat next to each other. So we just spoke.
Literally.
And it was very simple. And then we had a really nice conversation. We had a great time, and I got a better understanding of you. You were just like, oh, you know, I'm a bit shy, I'm blah blah blah, I'm a bit socially awkward, and I was like, oh, okay,
that's what it is.
Yeah. But again, I think it's just everything that we've already discussed, just like the natural pitting of people against each other and middlemen and all the rest of it. But I had a great experience with you. We had a ball. We were laughing and drinking tea. It was really cute.
She actually told me about that.
Did she? Yeah.
So lovely, man. She seems so nice. So it's nice to know, like, I obviously talk about friendship dynamics, that you two can call each other like, do you know what I met?
We tell each other everything. Yeah.
And also we stand corrected. Sometimes it's like, oh, I can't lie, I was wrong. She's actually really nice. We do that all the time. Like, no, she's actually she's a nice girl.
Definitely.
All the time.
Definitely. I don't remember my first interaction.
I remember. I think I'd known of you before, and I feel like you had such like my kind of energy naturally.
Yeah,
but it was actually at the GRM.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Was it GRM? Yeah. I was going to say that,
You were talking about your daughter, and I was thinking, like, I just felt that bond. And then I followed you, and I was like, yes. So naturally, I think, like, we just, that one moment the first time, it was just like, we had a common interest, I guess. And then naturally, we just felt nice.
Yeah, definitely. And now we're here.
Now we're here. That was a very grown woman of us.
We like said our opinion.
And I feel like we're very similar.
Yeah, us two are very similar.
And then us,
like every time I listen to the pod, and I'm just like, oh, I just get Tolly mad. Especially when it's like, I feel like sometimes people like to not give you, but it's like that mean girl narrative. Just because you say it how it is, and I'm like, man, I'm like, and then because you're such a happy-go-lucky.
So am I.
Both sides.
Yeah, exactly. Like, not fences.
Yeah.
But we...
Empath.
Yeah. Us as witches.
Yeah. I like that word.
It's very like, she likes to be led, like, but when she has something to say, she will say it.
Yeah.
So where I stand and be like, I feel like people think that I'm taking over. I'm taking.
Oh my God, we get that
No.
like that is like the one thing that we get, and it's so dumb and annoying. So I just feel like you must not pay attention
to the dynamics.
You just must not understand dynamics and pay attention to the show.
They're not in the room with you when it's happening. So when you've known each other for so long, you can sense that like
she wants me.
I'm struggling.
I don't have to look at her. I know she's
yeah.
Sometimes we'll have guests, and I'll be like, introduce it, please, because she knows that I don't know. This person that much, so allow me, like, back it.
Yeah.
And we know that about each other, but people that watch it are like, oh, she's taking over.
Yeah.
Okay, I've heard.
Yeah.
I guess I want to say, like, how do you guys don't like let that affect your friendship? Because we've had episodes before where I'll see stuff, I'm thinking, you know what, if you lot didn't actually know how much I F with my girl and she F with me, you lot could really stir stuff. Yeah.
I think it's because we're actually, firstly we're older. So I think there was something in that we met each other. Well, I wasn't 30 yet. She was like, she made sure I knew it. She made sure I knew it. And I see Audrey is this like older sister. I've got a lot of respect there for her. Yeah. So I think because of that, we really know each other.
Yeah.
So we know that this is just bullshit. And I think if there ever is a thing, it would be like, oh, we've never had a...
No. The thing is, we understand each other. I feel like there's something in like having a friendship and having a business relationship. And so because like people are only picking up what they see on camera, this is my friend behind the scenes, off camera. And it's like, when I say sister, it's no joke. Like she knows everything about me. Like she's one of the first people I call. So no little... Can I swear on here?
Yeah.
So no comment or anything like that is going to have any impact on what we have, because it's real. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like sometimes maybe more fickle friendships, or if you come into this a bit later, or you come... I mean, we literally came in with the purpose of building the podcast, but that was 9 years ago. Yeah. So there's been a lot of history. So if you place two people together now with everything that's at stake, it might be affect you. Because there's no friendship, but we've actually all like built a friendship. Like we've seen hard times, happy times, all of the time. So that stuff, it can't affect me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And we actually went out of our way to be friends, because it could have easily just been we do the podcast when we get home. Yeah. But it would be like, this is happening this weekend. I remember there was literally a friend experiment of us going raving together, just us two. Yeah. And do you know the first time ever going raving, just one person, you've never really known before. Okay, this is a test. Let's see how we both rave. Yeah. Let's see if we like how we both rave. Yes. Do you leave me when you're drunk? All of those kind of things. Yeah. And it was just like, okay, cool. This is good. Yeah. We've done holidays together. We've been to each other's homes. Like our families know each other. Yeah. So it's like a comment saying, "Oh, I think it's not gonna." Yeah. Who are you?
We're locked in, man.
Yeah. Like literally.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, I love that.
In.
Yeah.
And like Nick will buy something for, or we have the same car. He'll buy something for her car and he'll buy it for me too.
Literally.
So that kind of, exactly. Because I was like, oh, I need that too.
Yeah. Even you're the single friend as well.
I need the help, right?
Yeah.
I remember one time I was driving, saying, babe, do you think Hunch would put what was it? Air pressure nut. Yeah. Was it air pressure? In my air pressure.
Air pressure.
In my car. And he was like, yeah, babe. I was like,
yeah, I'm coming to car for you. Like he'll get in her car, move it for her, park it. Like it's locked in.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, you know the air pressure thing, right? For years, I didn't know that all you had to do was put air in. I used to buy new tyres every time.
Oh my God.
Tolly, that's bad.
It was like air pressure low, I go buy new tyres.
And they was allowing you
to buy. They were.
Every single time I go to the mechanic, I was like, oh, I need new tyres.
And they're reselling those tyres.
Of course they are.
No way.
I remember I told somebody, he was like, you do what? I was like, yeah.
Having a car is not easy.
It's so hard. I know.
Not at all.
I was like, tyres is a big deal. I'm going to get a new one straight away. Every time I buy a new one.
This is crazy. But girl, I'm not a car person.
Me either. I don't know, diddly.
Guys, I figured out recently that when I paid a dart charge, like go through the tunnel, I didn't realise when I go through the bridge, like the hill, that's also dart charge.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that either, thanks.
So we've been accumulating some bills. I'm thinking, I thought I paid. No, I paid for one.
Babe,
I didn't know that.
Just go
at this point.
It's easier. Makes your life easier. They take it like a direct debit every month. And makes your life so much easier.
Exactly.
Oh, wow. It's a lot.
It is.
But is there anything you wanted to lead on?
No, I just wanted to say about how me and Tolly are so similar.
But also, I think that's probably why the first time we met, we didn't even know whether to... Because we both had that energy. Like, if I say hi, she feels away. Like, let me just...
And do you know what I was saying to Maz? I was saying, I'm not going to lie. Like, I feel like if I were you guys as well, when people are coming to your space, it's kind of like, why... not that you lot should say hello, but I feel like do you guys kind of feel like sometimes you kind of get a bit overlooked, like, or people kind of think like, oh, I'm not even gonna, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. We have this conversation. We've never had it publicly. And what we say is every day more and more, we get why Nicki Minaj is angry.
Yeah, every day.
Every day more and more, you're like, you know what? I kind of hear Nicki Minaj. I hear why she's angry. The thing is, we don't want to be agbayas. We don't want to be the ones that are like, I don't like us, but are bitter. That's just dumb. But also like, nah, wait my thing.
That's what it is. Because that's what I was saying to myself as well. I was like, I'm not gonna lie, like I do feel like, but because even though like I really watch you guys, obviously it's part of my routine. I was like, they might not even know that, like, and it's like we come in and say something like, oh, we pop our shit. Not that we do, but not even just with us in general, but just how the industry moves anyway. It's like, do you know what? Do people actually proper
deep it?
No, I was gonna say greet you guys as in
hello, mommy.
Like Neil and stuff.
Well, it's like people do come into your space and there's new people in your space and they might just kind of like get past you. It's a bit rude sometimes because even like with us, like not even in the podcasting space, but
just in the industry,
they'll just come and then they'll expect so much, and it's like, do you know what I've been doing?
Exactly.
Right.
You guys started in 2016, right? I've been knowing.
I was gonna get that date.
I wanted to get that date because I tell you why. Because I feel like 2015, 2016, 17, 18 was a pivotal moment when it came to like YouTube, content creating, Instagram, and I wasn't in the podcast space at all in that era. It was YouTube. So the fact that you guys were in the space so early, and to keep doing it, and we obviously had Beyonce the other day, and yesterday got emotional because there's such a thing about longevity and hard work and perseverance in this industry, and especially when you're women, sometimes you feel like the backing isn't there. So when obviously like new people coming in, I get it. It's like we've really paved the way, and I think there's nothing wrong with having that confidence, saying no, we did that. Like because you guys did that.
I don't know. It's almost like you can't have that conversation.
I say it.
or do you let them know?
I've been that girl.
So would you say that so if you see someone doing their thing, would you not really be like give them accolades? If they haven't kind of
No. I don't work like that. There are many people that I'm like, these girls who did the Uncut Girls, you girls. Many girls are like doing their thing, right? And I'm not your God. You don't have to come to me and say, oh, thank you for paving the way. Like it's I mean, like, I don't need, that doesn't do anything for me. I think it's more, and I don't need it publicly. It's more behind the scenes of it. That I'm like, oh, like, we know what this is, right? But I don't expect it like every episode. Just want to thank this. Like, it's never that. You don't need to thank me. For whatever reason, you started doing your thing. And I think I'm also very confident. Like, I know what this is. I know what you want, right? 100%. And in the non-rudest way, I'm very much aware of when I see things, I'm like, we were on the deck. I can tell when you were on the deck for something. And that's okay. And that's all it is. I said, I was on the deck for that.
For me, it's exactly the same. Like, I have no issues with other people coming into the space. So I feel like it's kind of hypocritical because even when we started, one of the things that was a benefit to us was the fact that, like Tolly always says, there's no gatekeepers in podcasting. Like we were kind of just able to do this thing and create it. So now 9 years in, for us to turn around and say we need to close the gate because we're in it is just, I think it's just asinine. Do you know what I mean? So I have no issues with that. Again, I don't expect people to bow down to us or anything like that. But I think the thing with us, I think what happens is people forget about us because we've been around for so long. And I think also sometimes people think when they see you reach certain heights that you've had the accolades. So I get it more when it comes to like award nominations and stuff like that because I think sometimes we're overlooked because they're like, oh, they must have won things. So I remember one time there was an award ceremony and they asked us to present an award for best podcast, and it was the first time they'd ever had the ceremony, and they'd asked us to present an award for best podcast, and I was like, well, why are we not nominated? And I literally asked the guy that was running it, I was like, why? And he was like, oh, you're OGs. And I was like, yeah, but there was no award ceremony when we were coming up. Do you know what I mean? So stuff like that is more what annoys me. But in terms of other people taking up space, like that doesn't bother me at all.
I think they should. I think
people, absolutely people should. And especially because I always say like it has no bearing on what we do because there's 24 hours in a day, 365 days in a year. Like there's no reason why people can't listen to you and still tap into us. It just means that there's more to listen to. So it doesn't take away from anything that we do. So,
I do feel like the girls need to get together more, don't you? I feel like
definitely.
They always like collab a lot. But I feel like with girls, and I don't even think it's like intentional. I think it's just how girls naturally are.
Yeah, I mean, like boys naturally are brought up in a boys' club.
Yeah.
Or benefit each other in a boys' club.
Yeah.
And you see even when people really make it, you can see the little like checkmate in each other. And I think by virtue of just how women are brought up to be, well, if she has it, that means you can't. And that's not the case here, right? There is a whole thing that can be done and like live shows, and it's just the girls. That like this person, and it's just there is a space for it. But I think because from the very beginning of it, people's people make it seem like there's a problem. So before you even get to the talent, it's when you're like, we're not too sure.
And I feel like with women as well, like I feel like when you have that sisterhood, right? Don't you think it's so much tighter than the boys?
It's better.
Like when you have a community, they're so locked in, so it's kind of like we can do this. Like we actually can come together and just keep doing stuff and produce the content for the audience.
Absolutely. And also audiences as well don't make it easier.
No.
They might be worse than representation. They might be worse than management.
They love the idea that this person doesn't like this person.
They love
this person. So that even makes it worse as well. So it's all just
and they like to create a narrative. I think I feel like with social media as well, like when I think of like past experiences, it's like once they've got maybe an impression of you, they want to run with it and they want it to fit this narrative that will always make maybe you look bad or you look like the problem or you look some way, when it's like just take the content for what it is, like and do you know what I mean, enjoy it
or not. And if you don't
that's why, because you might not like what I said today, but you might like what I said tomorrow.
Exactly.
And that's fine.
That's authenticity.
When
you're authentically yourself, you're not always gonna be everyone's cup of tea because of yourself.
We've been talking for nearly 9 years. It is impossible that we have not offended someone.
Do
you know how much talking that is?
Too much.
Out loud to not have offended a bunch of people. It's impossible. You would have had to have your day.
I agree.
How are you guys finding the new switch up?
Yes.
Your studio now.
We love it.
We love
It's not too far from here, actually. Like, we absolutely love it. Like, it's
like for example, with the Sierra episode, we were able to make that happen because we've got our space.
Okay.
Whereas, like, if we didn't, we wouldn't have been able to have made that episode happen.
Because we were when we were under Spotify, we were recording in their studio. So obviously they've got their time limits. They share it with other people. But now this is ours. We have access to it whenever the hell we want. It's whatever we can do with it. And there is just something really like. It's funny because the receipts has always been ours. It was like on loan to Spotify. Do you know what I mean? In a way, like they never owned it or whatever. But of course, people might narrative that like, oh, they owned them, whatever. But there's something really nice about having like 100% autonomy in it now. It's ours to do whatever we want with it. Like, we can say, oh, there's no episode this week and nothing happens.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I don't want to. There's no obligations. We can kind of do whatever we want with it. We can mix it up and match. So to have that complete 100% autonomy that this thing is ours, it's amazing. It feels so good.
How have you guys found working with friends as well? Because obviously you two have a genuine like friendship outside of this, and I feel like with podcasting, I don't think people realize it's kind of like a life locked in. Because you're just going and going. How do you two find working together? Have you guys managed it all? Because 9 years is a long time. Like, have you found
I feel like
it?
we've gone through different eras.
We have so many eras.
I didn't even know it was just 3.
Really, we started as a 5.
5.
No, but the episode never came out.
She always launched as a 4. I'm just playing, but
how was the journey with all of that? Have you found it?
Do you know what? I think it was made easier because we didn't know each other before. So we came in to do the podcast together. Literally, Tolly tweeted that she wants to do a podcast, and I jumped on the tweet. Do you know what I mean? And here we are 9 years later. So I definitely think that makes a difference. Like, I don't know what it's like to do a podcast with someone that I have history with. Do you know what I mean? Obviously now we've got 9 years worth of history, but prior to that we didn't. So it came in very fresh and new. So I think in the beginning you come in with the idea of like, we've got a job to do here.
This is work.
And then the friendship has been a byproduct of that, but a really beautiful byproduct. Do you know what I mean? So I think that because we started off as like colleagues almost, we've done it backwards. So I actually think that's cemented the friendship even more. You don't have those like, you don't have that prehistoric like issues and stuff like that might come up later on.
It's kind of like when you don't know someone like that, you have a boundary. So there's a level of I need to work. It's work first before I start getting comfortable and taking a piss a bit, or maybe letting my bad traits show.
Exactly. And like I think it's really funny because if you read our like WhatsApp messages, it will go from very like the savings account blah 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 to the taxes, the VAT whatever to oh my god I got tea.
It's so very diverse in there.
So like a very serious when you talk to the lawyer and the accountant and you've got time for, and then literally the next thing is like, the tea I've got, like, message you when you're free or whatever. I think we both allow each other to be like, work. It doesn't. And whatever is said in work, if I'm like, I really don't think this is how we should be going, that's then not taken into our friendship. It's just left as that was a work conversation. But do we really
know y'all? Because you lot be saying on the pod, you don't know me.
I think they know. I think people know enough.
Yeah, because you're very boundary.
But exactly.
Yeah. Why? Sorry, because obviously I'm saying this as a viewer.
So, why am I? Because you don't want to be people's entertainment. There's a big thing about, like, I don't want my life to be people's entertainment, right? There is that. But also, I feel like I give enough. That I should be allowed to be like, there are certain things that are just mine, and I'm really big on the things that are just mine. So my family, whoever I'm dating, like the things that's like, that's mine. And I think like we're in a space now where so much of your life is not yours.
And people can actually curate something little and curate as like a snowball of something.
And I just want some things to belong to just me, and I'm very boundaries about that, because I'm like, I've told people about having sex, losing my virginity, this, that, and the other. God forbid. I just have secrets, and I just have things that I just want for myself. So that's why I do it. And also, I think having familiarity breeds disrespect. It does. Like, when people know too much about you, that's how they just start talking to you anyhow.
Very true.
If you were dating, would you say that you're dating, or would you just completely just not even say it?
I just don't mention it.
You managed to gloss over that quite.
Don't mention it.
Is it just something that for you with date, is it just that's just a boundary? I just don't even want people to have any sort of opinion on, or any word.
It's not even an opinion of people. First, I don't really carry men on my head like that.
I feel like you're like me.
Yeah, like I don't like. I said, like, and that's not to say I'm not a lover girl. I am a lover girl. I love love. I love partners, but it doesn't have to bleed into my work.
Like
I have a pet peeve. Like if I like, there's an influencer or whatever that I like. Why the fuck is your man here? I've been loving your content. It's been talking hair, weed, makeup. Suddenly, my boyfriend rates my outfits. Go away!
I hear it.
Why is a man here? Go away.
I get it.
Or he's doing the voiceover or whatever.
Because then it becomes about that person, and now that's all. And unfortunately, because people love so much, that's the content that does well. So the person keeps making that content. That's all we have of them. I just don't want my work to bleed into that.
Because I feel like when you think of like socials, right, you know how you come from, like, what did you go to uni, and did you did you come so you obviously, you know, when you come from a background of, okay, I've gone to uni, now I'm going into this like media space, and there's this element of like, this is the work. And as much as I'm feeling that right now, socials is like, you can make money and make it your work if you're showing your inner selves, your whole life. It's like, we've come from an era where it's like, work is work and private is private. So I think trying to balance that now, when you know, when people being involved in your life is what trends, is it's hard, isn't it? Setting boundaries is key.
What are your boundaries? Because you're quite an...
I'm a very open book. I'm an oversharer, but I am like that in life. So I think for me, it's natural that doing doing what we do, I would be that way inclined as well. I have become a little bit more private, like, as I've gotten older, obviously with my daughter, but also like with my husband, just because he's such a private person. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like my whole thing is just always being like, getting to that line of like giving enough. Because the thing is, I feel like, I genuinely feel like I've been, like, part of my purpose is to educate young girls. Like, I really believe that, because when I was young, I didn't have people that I looked up to speaking on certain things. And so I feel like in order for me to fulfill that, I do have to be transparent. And so, again, if it were just down to me, I would share everything. I wouldn't care. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm like, exactly. Because that's just my person. That's just my personality.
I really get that.
Do you know what I mean? To just overshare naturally, but I've become boundary because I've realised I've got to take other people's feelings into consideration. And again, it is that thing of like, the more, it's like a can of worms, right? The more you open, the more people want. And it's like, it's never enough.
We just want to know.
There's people like us that, like, I really like that person, so I want to know more. But there's some people that they want it for just.
They're waiting for a couple they can use it against you later.
And I think that's so scary, because I feel like I've been around people where it's like, you're naturally oversharing. You know that feeling when you think, oh my God, I've said so much, and then that person doesn't even share nothing, and then you're thinking, what you doing with that?
I'm just like, oh damn it, man.
And
I'm like, how can I retract that?
It's too late. They know my business now.
But I'm really good at getting people to share a lot with me.
Oh my God,
you are.
Like,
I will meet a stranger and they're like, blah, 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 blah. And I remember, this is such a random thingy. Roderick Hunter, years ago, really random. We had him on a podcast once, And we stayed friends. When I went to LA, we went to go hang out. It was cool, whatever. And then he was like, the trick is you have to give people 20%, but make them think they've got 100.
Yeah, I think I've seen that.
And then I was like, yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Like, because I say so much, people are like, oh my God, we know everything about her, blah, 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 blah. But the trick is there's actually loads that people just don't know about.
Yeah.
And like our rule when we first started was like, don't spill the tea while it's hot.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
why?
Like lukewarm tea.
So lukewarm.
Yeah.
So once we've dealt with it, especially when it's personal stuff, like, if you're going through whatever, you don't have to tell them in that moment, because you haven't rationalized it yet. It doesn't make any sense. You might change your mind.
Exactly.
I might be like, come to be like, oh yeah, I'm leaving my partner, blah 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 blah. The next week I'm like, oh, I'm not.
We're back
together. I'm doing flip flop with you.
Date you.
I agree.
You don't need to know that. So when
That's
it's
why
like
I don't, because sometimes I feel like coming on here and be like, I'm in love.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm going to take her for DK. And it's like, oh damn, it's so off brand.
I do it with my friends. So it's not even like, I'm bounded with my friends, Like I made up a vow for myself. Not that like I'm going to stop telling people about partners. Until
it's the one.
Because I just don't want everyone's opinions. I want to trust my own instincts. It's like, why do I need to my counsel to tell me? Oh, this is what you should do. Why can't
But what about when you're sad? Do you open or do you just go?
No,
through the motions?
I go through the motions and I isolate. I'm
I'm an isolator.
I
can we be friends?
Yes, absolutely. I'm an isolator. I go through the motions. I'm isolated. You can notice. It's really weird because sometimes when people say, I think I'm really apparent on a podcast when I'm not in the mood. I think you can see it.
But you say I'm not in the mood.
Yeah.
The aura is just different.
You can just see that I'm here because I think you were thinking it, but I'm not.
But I feel like it's good. People need to see human emotion.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like this is real life at the end of the day. And if anything, be grateful that I feel like shit and I'm still coming to talk to you.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like if anything, it should be like praised. But I just think it's not. I just think that has to be something that people understand that it comes with like having to be on.
Yeah.
Like that you might be having to be on an off day.
And it's a lot sometimes. Sometimes after you've done a pod and then like my mum's calling me.
It's very draining.
I don't want to talk. I've spoken for how many hours?
Yeah. So
I still love you though.
Yeah.
But I just
right now.
Wednesday, I want to be silent after.
Yeah, honestly.
I sit there and be quiet.
Because do you guys call each other after the pods?
No, we don't really speak on a Wednesday after. We've been there all day chatting.
We have a whole
we don't talk on the phone
after.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
Really? How do you talk messages?
Yeah.
Are you not a calling?
But I am a caller. Audrey's not a caller.
Yeah, I'm not.
You're not?
Yeah.
So nice.
Yeah, you
I
seem
mean,
like...
I love to chat, but I'm not really a caller. Like, I'm more likely to send you a long voice note than I am. Yeah, I will literally send a podcast.
Yeah.
And then, like, but not really pick up the phone. I don't know why. I think
she doesn't. This girl has been on like Do Not Disturb for like 2 months, and it's pissing me off now. Because when I try to get through to her, because I'm a caller.
Yeah.
Welcome to the.
Oh yeah.
But Adjola doesn't really call on the phone, and she's very clear with it. She's like, "Hey, babe, you rang what?
Yeah,
like, she's what? Oh, I want to talk today."
And it's really hard, like being like that, because a lot of my friends and family, they really love to be on the phone. And like even my mum messaged me the other day because I've been on D&D, but I've been replying to her WhatsApp. She was like, "Baby, have I done anything to offend you?" And now I feel bad, but it's like, but mum, I'm replying to your messages that I hate being on the phone, and I do it just to help make you lot happy, not that it makes me happy.
Yeah, I get it.
But I think people should alter how they move according to you.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm really big on that. So like, this person's this way, cool, I do that with them.
Yeah.
This person likes this thing, I do that with them. Because I think that's the biggest act of showing love. You love that person, they want to be loved, not because, because I love talking on the phone. Am I going to call this person who's like, oh, for God's sake.
I agree.
But sometimes I am very much in the mood to be on the phone.
No, Adjola gives me special treatment, and I love it. I feel special. Like, I feel like she's very like no to everyone and then yes to me. And I'm like,
you just get the right.
I get you.
How long have you guys been friends?
So I knew of Adjola at uni. So uni was about 10 years ago now for me.
Just through like, you remember that time when everyone was on Twitter?
That was a dark time.
I knew you from your girl, like the Patrons, like Girl Vice and all at uni. And then I went to their actual meet and greet, and I was like, hi. So I've been a support from day. And then we went, I knew of her, so I knew I liked her, met her. And then I got invited to this brand trip, and I only had like friends from uni. I didn't actually have genuine friends in the industry. So the brand wanted me to have bring influencer friends. And I was like, oh, I don't really know Adjola. So I just asked her, oh babe, do you want to go to Ibiza? We went to Ibiza, and then we just clicked. Like it cemented it. I was like,
what was it that she did both ways that you're like, that's my girl?
I just feel like Adriola's energy, like she's so dramatic. She loves getting glam. She's funny as hell, and she's up for effort, let's go. And I'm like that. Yeah. So I think naturally that kind of fun energy. We didn't argue. We didn't. Do you know what I mean?
Like, you know, when you just naturally find yourself having conversations with someone that's not forced, and you really are talking about like boys, just talking about family, and it's like, we didn't even plan this. You didn't even. It's not like they directly asked you either. You just find yourself in a conversation.
And then I feel like as we were working together, naturally I'll be like, oh babe, can I come round? And I'm such a like, I will be the friend to she's put myself in.
She really was this girl's friend.
We are boys.
We are boys now. And then it just, I don't know, we just really got on, and I feel like when you're going through it, this industry can be so lonely. And I feel like your mind can play in your head. Like you'll be thinking, oh, maybe I'm not this, or maybe I can't do this. So sharing it with someone that gets it and also wants it badly, it made it so much easier to make me feel like, actually, no, like I am seen by my friend and she sees what I'm doing. So I had that with her, and it just, oh, do you like that?
That's lovely.
And I don't really be liking people either. No, she don't. So when I like someone, I'm like, my instinct is right. That's why I really F with you.
I'm trying to think when was the moment. Audrey's
my girl.
On the did you not have a certain conversation on that?
Yeah.
What did you say you went to?
It was probably my hen do.
So so not long after we met, Audrey was engaged and getting married.
Well, are you like my bridesmaid? You do like with your love life? Are you just like a quick? Because Maz is like that.
What do you mean?
Like you just be like. How do I explain it?
Like, we don't stay down for long. Like, we just I move on, I keep going, and then like
meeting new people.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I don't know, because with me, when Tolly came into my life, I've been with my husband since 2010.
Oh. Yeah. So where did you lot meet when you was like in uni or?
So we met through my cousin. We didn't go to uni. I'd graduated by the time I met him, but I met him at a party, and I remember I was actually going to this party for another guy.
That is so mad. You had someone else and then you get.
Yeah.
Oh
no, I'm not that person.
One person every 3 years.
No, back in the day, my mantra was very much like, to get over someone, you need to get under someone else.
Babe,
you know what I mean? Just move on. Do you know what I mean? Just move on. There's plenty more dicks in the sea.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Like that was how I dated. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Before then. But I'm the same as you.
But don't you like one person a year?
Yeah, I'm a bit boy crazy.
I like the
when that's done, I'm like, well, no,
I'm not speaking to anyone. Great.
Right.
Don't you find it crazy though that like it's as if opposites attract?
Yeah,
weirdly.
Very much so.
Yeah,
definitely.
I agree.
I feel like where one person lacks, the other person picks up.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I think that's definitely how we are in our friendship, which is why I don't think we have issues. Because we're so like opposite, but it works. Like the pieces just work.
And then really understanding of each other's opposite.
Right.
Yeah. So there's no offense taken. Because they're like, oh, you know that's not malice. You know that I just don't. So do you know there's certain friends that you don't want to do something where you're like, oh, I have to because I'd be like, no, I'm up for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I just don't want to come.
I don't actually give a reason. Oh, there's this party. I'm like,
yeah.
And sometimes I even already know when she's not gonna go. You're always gonna get an invite. But I know when she's gonna come, when she's not gonna come.
Or she'll be like, it's the all white party. You know, damn bad.
Yeah, exactly. I'm putting it in the
trying
group.
to get us to go to Abba with her, like this Abba brunch, and I'm like,
maybe you guys should go.
Would you go? Oh my god, let's go.
I was supposed to go to the Voyage thing, and I couldn't make it.
The Voyage is amazing.
And I was so gutted that I couldn't make that. But I do love me some ABBA. I do love me some ABBA. She might be my real soul.
Is it a sing-along?
Let's calm down.
Do we get to sing?
So the brunch is like, you'll eat and then they'll do like music, all the ABBA songs, but they'll proper perform it and like do all the waving.
Okay, let's all go.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
Let's go.
Put it in.
If you don't see us
exactly, we have to post it.
I love this.
We have to post it and we have to go. I'm definitely down for that.
We'll be down. It'll be good.
Have you two ever had like a
argument?
Yeah, or like an awkward conversation where you had to really think, oh my gosh, how do I
But you deal with it in the end. Because we've had that.
Yeah.
And it's like we had to have a conversation
about it, yeah.
So I've seen Audrey angry, but it wasn't at me.
Yeah, she just got hit with straight.
I just got hit with straight. I didn't do anything.
Really?
She messaged me privately like, baby, you okay? I don't really get angry.
Yeah.
Like I'm a very like tolerant person. Like it takes a lot. Like I very much pick my battles. So when I get to that point, it's on.
you take it far.
Too far.
I mean, I will, and that's the thing that annoys me when people think I'm like a pushover or like I'm some wallflower, because I'm really not. It's just that
we crazy.
Yeah, it's
we
just that when I get, it's also very Ghanaian of me. Like they say that Ghanaian people, like, we hold things in and then explode later. Yeah. But I don't really think I even do that. It's just that when I say it when I need to. Do you know what I mean? But there was one time, but again, it wasn't Tolly didn't do anything. It was just like a more of a group situation, and then everyone got this
She
work.
ended it with, do you understand?
Yeah, and then everybody was just like, yes, ma'am.
That's literally
Can we
me.
get into it or no?
What was it? No, this
I
is
remember it fully. This
this
was
is
when we
old
was
tea.
four.
This is when we were 4.
Yeah.
We were 4.
Yeah,
We had a live show.
Yeah, it was a mess.
Oh, wow.
And then so we had a live show, whatever, and then one of the girls, her friends, were at the live show as well, but her friends were being incredibly rude to all of our friends.
Being very disrespectful.
Very, very disrespectful, very, very rude, and just kind of like
taking people's chairs, doing all
chairs,
sorts.
like just being like really like
extra
higher than that,
Yeah,
blah, blah, blah,
yeah.
blah, blah. And I think at the point it was like, yo, tell your girls to like relax, like what's that?
Yeah.
And it kind of wasn't dealt with. So Oji was like, that's not what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
Like, as in, because we're very big on like our families are like they fuck with each other. Like, they like my mum would be like, oh, that's what she's
Yeah,
like,
same.
like that
Yeah,
kind of vibe.
yeah.
So to disrespect our friends and family was like, oh yeah, no. And then you watched your friends do that and didn't correct it, and then that just did not go down well.
Yeah, so I just put a warning in the group.
Like, don't
Yeah.
try
Love
that
that.
again.
I love
Yeah.
it.
I'm trying to think
but
if
other
there's
than
ever
that,
been
I
like
don't-
I think because we face things head on.
That's really good.
Yeah, we always do. Like, because at
linger.
most it might be a business disagreement or
Yes.
like something to
Yeah,
do
yeah,
with
yeah, yeah,
something creative that we
Yeah.
want to do
Yeah.
or we don't. Like, honestly, it's usually business. It's never personal.
Yeah.
Like we're yet to have a personal issue.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
actually haven't.
That's
What's
really
been
good.
you lot's problem?
Not like, do you know what there was one time recently Adjola had to tell me like, babe, I need you to step up in a group chat, and initially I was like, what's she talking about? But I thought, do you know what, fair, like, and I think that was a good thing to say, because she started the voice note was like, babe, I don't want to actually be pissed off. So it was like, for me, I would listen to it, she actually doesn't want to get annoyed by this, but I need to tell you that I need you like to step up, because as she's like a leading person, I like lead things to her. So I saw it as like, oh crap, like Adjola's, she needs me to step up, not as in like you're not doing enough, like you know what I mean. Naturally, you'll think the defensive, but in the moment, I was like, oh no, but you know, I hear it. And that was the first time I think that I got to see you annoyed by something and tell me, and then instead of me being like defensive, because I can be quite defensive, because naturally you think, oh, I'm perfect, nothing's wrong with me.
It's the first
But it was good. So it made me think, okay, cool, I can say the same to Adjola now, like, oh babe, can you do this?
Yeah, and
it
I wouldn't
wouldn't
love
yeah. So it was nice. And
I think it was one of those things where, you know, when if I keep letting this go and I'm gonna keep being irritated,
Yeah.
and I don't ever like being around you and giving you hostility and harboring feelings. So I was like, do you know what? This has actually made me feel some kind of way. Let me tell her, and that's what it was in that moment.
What we've had is Audrey's corrected me.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh, you've gone too far with that.
Yeah.
She's like, I know she's like, I know you're angry, but the way you're moving is mad.
Mad.
Yeah. So she's corrected me. Yeah.
But I think I'm an overthinker, because we've had episodes where I would message Adjola like, babe, I think we overshared, we need to take it out, and Adjola's like, I said what I said.
And now the time it comes out, you realise it actually wasn't
that one thing someone resonates with it, and it's the one thing they're like, I agree. I'm like, oh,
Because when you overanalyze the episodes too much, now you're not even human
anymore. It takes away the authenticity of it, and I think
And
now
that's what I hate about the comments.
Yes.
Because sometimes if you let it get to you, you start recording differently.
and you start thinking too much about what you say.
Oh no, let me not do that now. Because someone's gonna say you did this here. It ruins the experience of actually doing something, because you start like listening to what people are saying to you. It makes it long.
What do you guys think about? Because it happens to you guys as content a lot when people like repurpose
clip
your clips.
Yeah.
I just one came up the other day. I don't read the caption. I just
just
Yes,
scroll
bro, you
in,
have
And every time I see my face,
Same.
because
I'm just same.
I don't want that.
I
the brain.
And I even be blocking them pages, because it's not even personal. It's that I actually don't want to see it come out. It gives anxiety.
Like good or bad, actually.
Good or bad.
It's a
I
shame
can't.
because the good does go like falls by the wayside.
I'm so shocked.
But I would rather not, if it
because
means that you don't get the good
Because
stuff.
as much as you're like, I don't want it to this, I don't want it to that, it
will.
It's a seed
it's
in the back of your head.
It's absolutely.
And it takes a long time just to wave it out.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's long.
Yeah,
It's absolutely
definitely.
very long. But you lot have had phases. We're not the only one that's changed shit up.
I'm not gonna lie, ours was quite similar to yours.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes as well, when it comes to like a breakup of maybe a dynamic, or when it comes especially work, right? I think there's this thing with when unity in numbers assume that how to explain it. Like,
I think when you...
How to explain it? It's like when, say, you don't want to talk about?
No, I said are we?
Oh,
no, I was going to say, I feel like when you're the majority, it can come across like...
You would be
They have the narrative.
Of being the victim, maybe, or this, or like something. Not even victim. I think that, how do you explain it? It's like there's a narrative when there's like unity in numbers. Naturally, you just might think
you must be the aggressor.
Say anything.
Story, like, this is X, Y, and Z. This is what's happened. Yeah. They just paint a narrative, and because you're in the numbers, it's like
people leaving someone out, or
people bank on your silence. They know you're not the type to come and talk on something, so they know that a narrative can run because you know you're it's not your bag to like go and like write a thread or whatever.
What I don't understand is how people are so honestly thick. Like,
actually flip your
I just need to register a bit. Right. I'm like, okay, where are we gonna go here? Because it's the like. There is this idea that everything has to be like good, bad, victim, villain. Like,
no.
Victim.
And it's like, I feel like they feel like they have to pick a side.
Yes,
and you don't. You can actually fuck with everybody.
You can.
Everyone. Yeah. There's not a side. There's no story.
No drama.
It's just not what it was.
In their lives, there's nuance. Suddenly in their lives, when things happen, when it's you, there's no nuance.
Yeah.
Babe, it must be this or that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. What happened to the nuance?
Yeah,
it's crazy. How did you go find the sometimes when something shifts, it's like I felt like when we had our shift, it was a panic of, oh, can we still keep going? Like, we enjoyed this, we want to keep doing this. How did you guys, like, I guess, navigate it and just keep going?
Oh, we were going to keep going.
Oh, that wasn't an option.
Yeah,
even if we only had one listener,
we'd
be talking to them.
And because I'm so stubborn, I would have talked to them for 10 years. You're not going to say I lost because of this. Yeah, we was, because Audrey was pregnant when it was all happening.
Oh,
yeah. Audrey was heavily pregnant.
Yeah. And I feel like yours was a bit different because you guys actually owned yours.
Yeah.
It's like, regardless if you want to do the receipts or not, you can. I think ours was a bit different because we launched via it was pitched like that.
We were the hosts of the podcast. So
we definitely wanted to keep doing it, but it was just kind of like, do they still see that we can carry it with this dynamic that they haven't yet seen?
So
I think that's what was.
That's such a good way you said it.
So professional. I love that for you guys.
So it was like we were worried, like, do they see what we can actually bring in our friendship that they haven't actually yet seen? Can they trust it? So I think that was for us a hard time.
Yeah, it was really hard. But I'm grateful, and I feel like they took the leap, and like doing this, I just can't imagine not doing it ever. Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And it feels natural just doing it with you.
Yeah.
Like, okay, this feels normal.
Yeah,
exactly. I totally agree. I mean, at the time, do you know what it is? I didn't know I was just all over the place because I was about to drop any day. So that was a very stressful time. And when I remember I got on the phone,
yours was quite abrupt as well.
It was it was so abrupt to the point where we actually had pre-recorded episodes for my maternity. That's how blindsided we were.
Yeah, you didn't put those out.
No, we didn't in the end. And in a way, like the other day we were recording just for the sake of it at this point.
We
were just being back to back. It was not good content at all because we were preempting what was going to happen. It was just a mess.
Yeah.
But I was like, what the helly? Do you know what I mean? But then literally I spoke to Tolly one of the few times we were on the phone. Yeah, and then Tolly was like, we've got nothing to worry about. We're going to do this.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then I felt so much better. And I remember I went off, I had Anaya come back and everything was just taken care of. Like Tolly stepped up, like she got business handled, like passwords were changed, things were done, emails were set up, like conversations were happening. I was just like, oh my God. And then when I came back, I was coming back to new prospects.
Yeah.
And I was just so relieved. So I was very stressed out because the podcast is how I make my money.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I think that not that anything has to go on forever, but you would like to think you would have some leeway to plan.
And you want to go on your own.
Exactly. You want to go on your own time. You want to have a plan. Do you know what I mean? And I was not mentally prepared for any of that. So yeah, it was tricky, but I definitely think it worked out for the best.
Good. Yeah, defo. I think so. And even your setup is so cute. It's so pink. Oh, I love it. Like,
pink.
Yeah. Well, normally we do themes, but we don't have a theme.
Okay.
We just have like dilemmas.
Yeah.
We feel like you guys are the best.
Let's go. I love a dilemma.
Same.
So everyone's going to read, there's 3 dilemmas and 1 confession.
Okay.
So
pick a card, any card.
Yeah.
And it even has the number of when you'll say first.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'll go with that one. Oh,
I love you girls so much. You crack me up and bring us all light at the beginning of the week. Girl, where do I start? So I've been with my boyfriend for nearly a year now. He's the first man I've ever trusted from the start and not had a bad feeling about. He's genuine, sweet, and treats me like an absolute queen. However,
because I've always
come on, let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay. However, I love a long time in the bedroom, and my boyfriend finishes a bit too quickly for me. He says it's because I feel too good. But I feel like he's probably always been like this in bed in previous relationships. I'm getting to the point I'm thinking, is sleeping together really worth doing when I don't get much pleasure out of it? Help a girl out. What should I do about this?
You have to just do more foreplay.
Yeah.
Does she doing too much? Like,
but then what if he just comes from the foreplay?
No, but you know, like, I feel like when a guy knows, like, they kind of do it fast.
Yeah.
They control it, like they'll come out.
Exactly.
So he needs to be more like, but even as girls, you know when you're going to get to that point. If you don't want to get there yet, you kind of have to.
You know what to do. You have to shift.
Like, let's stop doing that.
Do a lip sync break.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and maybe she can implement toys so that she's definitely climaxed, and then once you've done your nut,
let's now start.
We can start with you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like maybe.
Or once he finishes, she's like, "Here you are." Like,
I'm not finished yet, sir.
You stopped.
Yeah. Do you think she should tell him?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
She should tell him that.
I think she has because she said it's
because he said it. She feels too good. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Be for real.
Is it a thing though? Like, as in,
yes,
is it genuinely, some men genuinely like they can't help it, come mad quick.
Do you know what? I'll be so real that the narcissist in me thinks that's so. Like, that'll turn me on.
It's meant to make
do
you
you know what I mean?
that
I feel like it's like my ego, but then again, I'm happy just believing it's my, like, it's
But
me.
we will never know, though.
Yeah.
We'll never know. But I think it must be true.
Yeah.
Do you know for the longest time, you know how song she saw? It was women talking about how good their pussy was. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I've sat down and thought, how did they know?
Because they've had others.
Like, guys,
other people
But
tell
I'm
them
not going to
that.
lie,
But
though.
how
Not
do you
all
know?
dick feels the same when it enters.
No, I mean,
No, it
as a
definitely
woman,
doesn't.
how do you know your pussy's good?
I think it's the feedback.
Feedback. How?
Yeah, I don't know.
I would always naturally assume that when they come, no, not
Exactly.
No, do you know what it is?
I think it's like, excited to be there.
I just think it's a flex that people say. I don't think
And you can tell as well, like, oh, yeah, man, I'm just getting flashbacks.
I miss him now.
Come back home.
They need to kiss more.
Yeah.
Give a little break. When you see get excited, just be like, oh, slow down. Take time.
You need to switch positions as well. Like, switch positions, experiment.
Because I think certain men know that at a certain position they're gonna.
Exactly.
So when he starts going there, that's the position he finishes on. Just like, oh, babe, let's try something else.
Yeah.
If you know every time dog is gonna get it done, maybe don't go straight to doggy.
Yes.
Or you talk about something that you just bring up, there's a safe word that, like, do you know what I mean? Like something that's really non-sexual.
Yeah.
What, so to calm him all the way off?
Yeah.
But then what if he then gets on hard?
Yeah. So you're just like.
But then he should be using that time to pleasure her.
Yeah. And I think a lot of guys will enjoy sex more if they focus on the girl.
Yeah,
they focus on themselves.
So even if he was like, okay, the first part is about making my girl get her climax and all that, then your quick nut, it doesn't really, you'll be like, do you know what I mean?
And
like,
also, sex is not supposed to be, I wonder if she has an unrealistic expectation of how long sex should be. I don't know if she's got something to compare it to. Because the actual act of intercourse itself is not long. What makes it long is the foreplay.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I know you guys already said it, so maybe do that a bit longer because you know that he's gonna like come very quickly.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, just manage your expectations as well because that's just how it be.
And also, I hope she's not faking it.
Yeah.
I honestly, like,
because that will speed up the process.
and
as
don't
well
allow
for him.
men to use your body to masturbate with. Like,
Yeah.
I think you are an equal
Like
part.
some machine.
You're taking part in this as well. It's not just a thing for them to
Yeah.
do. Like,
And also you could go again
guided.
after.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you
do it
can
again. Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly.
I hope that was good advice. I
That was really great advice.
guys.
Okay, dilemma 2. My fiance and I got engaged in November 2024.
Okay, congratulations.
Congrats. Since then, a lot has happened. I started a new job, was involved in a car accident, and we've been renovating a house that needs to move in ready by September. With everything going on, we agreed to let the holidays, Christmas, New Year's, Valentine's Day pass, and for me to complete my 6-week work training before diving into wedding planning.
Okay.
Now that it's June, he's eager to start locking down wedding plannings. But to be honest, I'm not enjoying the planning process as much as I thought I would. It's left me feeling guilty, like I'm falling short of that expectation that as a woman, I should be excited and fully invested in planning our wedding, especially when he's the one pushing to get things moving. Is it normal to have wedding blues?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Planning your wedding is not fun. I don't know where and why it became romanticized. It's horrible. It's awful.
Yeah.
It gives you anxiety.
Yeah, when you see the numbers as well, I'm like,
calling you all the time. The price, whatever you budget, add an extra 10k on top. You're going to spend more money if you're having a big wedding. So I think she's overthinking it. You don't have to enjoy the process.
Yeah.
And if you have the funds, you can delegate. So I had a wedding planner that helped massively.
Yeah.
She took on a lot of and I had it because you can, with wedding planners, you have them either from the beginning, so they find the venue, they do all of that, or you can bring them in later after you found the wedding venue.
Yeah.
Or you could just have an on the day coordinator. So you could take a lot of the stress off your hands on the day or the
How
build
did you
up
do
to.
it?
So I had my wedding planner after we found the venue. So she came in and she basically did
Organised,
everything.
yeah.
She did everything. And she was worth every penny. But yeah, this idea that you have to enjoy it is a romanticized version. Like we all watch Jennifer Lopez in The Wedding Planner and all of those films there.
Yeah.
Like it's not real, because you've got to remember in this day and age you're working as well. You're coming home, you're tired, you've got extracurricular activities, you've got a fiance to think, you've got a lot of renovating, you had a car crash.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
And
you've got a lot going on.
You notice, like, once someone gets married, it's like all them big things come straight after. And that's saying, like, buying a house, doing this. It kind of puts you into, okay, life is really life-ing.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not excited to planning mine.
Are you having a big one?
Do you want a big wedding?
No, I want like a nice quality over quantity kind of wedding.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not excited. The things I'm looking into, I keep thinking, like it's not something I'm excited for. But it's not because I'm excited for the wedding. It's just the process of it all and the planning and getting like you're thinking about not just you but your bridesmaids, your groomsmen. Like it's a lot. So I get what she's talking about.
And now weddings are not what they used to be, right? Now it's like a fanfare. Like it has to be like the best thing ever, and it has to be this, and the content creator has to follow you on a day and all of that. It's just like
it's a wedding.
If I could go back, I would not have a big wedding.
You always say
Did you really? Yeah,
I had a huge wedding, and I was
then?
broke at the time, and we spent like a lot of money. Our wedding was like over 30k. I don't even know where the hell we got 30k from. But I would never do that again.
Yeah.
Like, what advice would you give me then? We're like early planning. We wanted a destination.
Do you know what? I'm the wrong. Word to the wise, elope. That's honestly what I would say.
Really?
But I think it depends on like what kind of person you are. Like if it's always been your dream to have a big wedding.
Your wedding? Like, was the receipts like a thing?
Do you know what
Yeah.
I hated how I looked on my wedding day.
Why was that?
I hated my hair.
Why did you
liked
hate
my makeup? Because my hairdresser was 4 hours late. And so we didn't, and do you know, because I was doing a wig, do you know the most important part of your wig is your customization? She didn't have time to customize it. So I always say, what do I say I look like? A court barrister.
How did that even happen?
My hair looked like a court barrister.
It's not as bad as he says.
I hate it. It's awful. It's so bad. I don't
the makeup too?
I liked my makeup.
Okay.
Thank God. I liked my makeup. My dress was okay.
Did you still pay that hair person?
How to the no? I didn't pay her a penny. This was 5 hours late, and then she didn't even stay behind to make up the time. She still left. She left.
No, she
claimed she got lost, even though when I told her I wanted it done, she said she'd been to the venue before. But that's the story.
That's what honestly, my makeup artist and my hair person is sleeping on.
I need to see the
sleeping on the bed.
They need to sleep in my room. We're having a sleepover.
And wake up in the morning.
I don't
We're having a sleepover.
Yeah.
So I think because I'm such a I'll be so real, I'm quite a vain person. So a lot of that was like predicated on how I looked.
But it's your big day. It's just one time. Like I get what
exactly.
I wanted all of that.
I wanted to feel my best, and I didn't feel my best. I had a great time. The wedding was fine, and we're gonna redo our wedding pictures. I've still got my dress. I love my dress. I just want to redo my hair, my makeup.
Would you do that thing that people do? Is it like 10 year?
Yeah, like a redo.
Yeah, I think when we get to 10 years, I will probably renew.
The renewal.
Just so that I can take my pictures again. If I'm being so
a little party shindig.
Maybe a little shindig. Do you know what I mean? To celebrate, but I just think you should have the wedding that you want. At the end of the day, like I wouldn't do
not what your family wants.
Yeah, not what your family want. What you want. Only because it is so expensive, and I just remember the day after everyone going and it was just done. It's just
after all of that.
And also on the actual day, you're pulled around so much you don't enjoy it. Like I did not get to eat in the evening.
You didn't eat.
Like no, because we were just being pulled, and then you've got to go change. It's like a very long day.
I can't imagine it being enjoyable.
It's not that enjoyable. However,
but I'll be down if I spent that much money.
I don't enjoy it exactly, and it's like a flash in the pan. But also, what I've noticed a lot of people doing now is doing the whole black and white at a registry vibe, and they're just keeping it very simple. But
what's black and white?
So they're like literally taking black and white pictures, and the woman will just wear like a very simple dress, and then they'll go to the courtroom or whatever. But people are doing that and still having the big wedding. I thought the whole point of that was to not have the big wedding. Do you know?
See, because my vibe was obviously like do the like courtroom legally done, right? Yeah. And then it's kind of like, okay, we really celebrate, because we had our trad technically, it was our trad, and we had the introduction. So I've done that side. But I was pregnant then, so it's like, I still want to come out with my girls.
Did you feel like
so it's kind of like, okay, I've definitely technically done that, but I was pregnant. It was let's do it. But so it's like now that I'm not, and it's like we're planning the like white wedding. It's like I still want that moment in my trad. It's like the like snatched waist, and my girls looking 10-10. So me and we call him Hunch on the pod. Heads up. So me and Hunch were saying like it would be nice to do a traddy party in London where we can extend the invites, right? So it's a good time. And if you want material, you could do material. It's literally party, and then the destination is genuinely like family and friends, and it's the intimacy. It's just dinner after, and then a little party, and then it's still magical. So we're in two minds with that.
I think you should do that. You have to go somewhere like aunties can't get a visa.
Yes.
That's my plan. I know they won't let you in that. Your visa does not extend to that. You will not be
and you have to just be strict as well. Like you just have to be. Like I actually really enjoyed my trads, I will say that. But what we said was the trad was kind of like a free-for-all. Everyone could come, but the white wedding, we were strict. Like we had 75, no, actually I had a lot of people. We had like 100 each, 110 people each.
So 100 for you, 100.
Yeah, 110 each.
And then the evening guests.
And then the evening, and then the evening guests. Also, we had like 350 people.
Oh, wow. But do you still talk to them 320 people?
No, I don't. That's the question. I don't even talk to one of my bridesmaids.
That happens, you know.
Do you know what I mean? So it's actually
that
mental.
happens so often. It almost
I would hate
that. I look at my pictures and this person's still there. You can't get rid of them in your pictures.
And it's very triggering.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's very bad breakup.
Very triggering, like seeing it. Not that I look at my wedding pictures because I had barrister hair, but but on the odd, you know, like on the portraits or whatever, the featured pictures, every now and then a wedding picture comes up and like, and I'm just like,
I even hate it when I look at like your birthday pictures. I never talk to that girl anymore.
One thing about Snapchat, it's gonna remind you. Snapchat's gonna remind you of people in your past are just thinking, really?
Remember this girl? No,
Sometimes at certain months, I don't. When the red thing on Snap is there, I don't click it because I don't want to be reminded.
Yeah, absolutely fair. But yeah, good luck with that, sis.
Yeah, good luck.
Good luck, sis. Yeah.
Wait, we have another wedding thing.
Okay.
It's a confession though. She says, my wedding. I deeped it. I was a people pleaser when I agreed to let my mother and sister-in-law design and sort out my wedding dress.
Oh.
I am a summer 2025 bride, and as a newbie into their family, I agreed to let them handle. Sorry, are they ever rang?
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
You can't say no.
Not even the food.
Yeah.
Not even
you can tell you can't say no.
Yeah, okay. I agreed to let them handle my wedding outfits. I'm also Nigerian, so it's part of our culture for the groom's family to take a lot of.
No, not the dress part.
Just hand the money.
Exactly, hand over the cash.
The groom's family take a lot on more wedding planning roles. Okay, while I was able to send across the designs, sadly the tailors had their own plans in mind. Every dress off script. I'm talking visible, invisible mesh, random decors.
Oh my god!
That went to the original design. Some tailors clearly don't make corset dresses, and the painful part is that I have no choice but to wear it.
No,
I hate when people are not rebellious. Luckily, I have a loving partner who has helped to rectify some things, but the structure of the dress still can't be altered, or at least the tailor's refusing to alter it. After I had to reach out to other designers in attempts to fix everything, I know the wedding isn't about the dresses, so I've been using the reality to comfort myself, but the truth is it hurts. I don't think I can get the dream experience of loving how I looked on my wedding day after that. Let's just say I've learnt my lesson. Do you know how Audrey said that? Yeah. She didn't like her wedding because someone's 2025 is not here yet.
So she can still
about.
So you cannot wear this dress.
Don't wear it. Don't wear it.
Don't wear it
before
you wear that.
Do not wear that dress.
Take pictures in it, and you can take pictures for your family if they've paid for it.
Oh, family, Agreed.
Yeah, that's even.
it?
Yeah, that's.
They should save that dress for their. For the
Not the sister wearing her wedding day.
Right. Don't you find that really annoying though?
God.
Like the idea of like in-laws getting involved in your day to the level where it's like they're what's the word? Controlling the finer details.
Right? Like a Nigerian Yoruba will be very, very respectful.
I feel like I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah,
I agree.
I think it's really, really important from very early on.
Let them know who you are.
Yeah. Like, I feel like whoever my in-laws are, they'll be like, that one.
Yeah.
Because I will respect some to the respect, but when it crosses the boundary of mine, what do you mean you're designing my wedding dress?
Mine
And then it's shit.
You just and
At least let it be
Oh,
fire.
no,
I've got my design.
Yeah, there's ways of saying things. You can't just bow down and handle it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I think there's certain like I feel like your wedding, birthday, I think they're key things where it's like what you want, you have.
you have
Do you know what I mean?
That has to be your life.
Yeah.
It actually cannot, like, you get one version of this and one time only. You can't just save your choice for wedding day and wedding.
Yeah.
Because it will
Let
lead
it
to
be
other
your
things.
everyday. I think if you're
that's
like that
so
in your
true.
everyday, nobody can come to me on my wedding day and say, let me design your dress. Because when did that start?
Yeah.
How stupid question is that?
Yeah.
I feel like you two should maybe do like a teacher class on how to like be a certain say no, what a people pleaser. Like because people don't genuinely. I think people find it really hard
people
to
struggle.
upset people or say no or like it's so sad.
You
like
say it in a
people,
nice.
yeah,
It's
you
not
guys
what
need
you
to
say. It's
train
how
them.
you
When was
say
the last
it.
time you were pleased? Like, you're pleasing everybody. When was the last time you were pleased? Like,
true.
and that's the thing. I think I really find it funny. People pleasers. It's a pet peeve of mine because they complain about it. So you don't want.
So you So you're being fake.
Yeah.
You're
Fake
being
bitches.
Just don't do it because it makes you unhappy. You don't want to do it. There's some people. That's why I don't like niceness because I think it's bullshit.
Yeah.
Because it's often that I'm doing it so people can say I'm a nice person.
Yeah.
But I'm respectful, so I'm doing this.
Yeah.
It doesn't make you happy.
And sometimes the fallout is so much bigger.
I agree.
Because it's like you agree to something to make people happy, but then behind the scenes you're calling other designers, you're doing this.
And then they'll say,
you're
"But
being
why didn't you tell me?"
Exactly.
Yeah,
And you're
yeah.
being
Always say that.
sneaky
Yeah.
because now you've got to go take a picture here
Do you
and
know
there.
what?
That's a lot of work when you could just say, I don't want to do it.
Do you know what? I really, really resonate with that because I feel like when I think of certain situations, because I'm like a profound, like I would say I've gotten a lot better, but I was a proper people pleaser.
Yeah.
And I think what I learned is that because I was a people pleaser, the whole energy of like going round to make myself feel better, instead of me being bold about something, the blowback was way worse. And then you end up thinking, oh my God, I'm a bad, like it's worse. It's even better to just be bold and upfront, speak the truth, you know?
And say no isn't actually rude.
No,
not a crime.
I
think
agree.
people see it as like it's this bad thing, and it's just like no.
Just don't want to.
Yeah,
You know
no.
how bad visible, invisible meshes?
Yeah, exactly.
No,
What is
no.
that? And then
You
the extra
know,
things on
Wait,
top.
what is that? So the
I
mesh
don't even know.
Do you know
Not
when they do
invisible.
mesh, right?
Yeah.
But you can see
it.
So
Oh, I
it's
hate-
brown.
Yes,
Even the
it's
brown
like
lace.
lace.
It's like the lace.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
HD
But you know,
and, you know,
that's perfect.
Yeah.
When lace is not HD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put that on your body.
Oh, Lord.
So there's no transition.
So
It's
there's
just,
no, it's just, and you can
Yes,
just,
it's
not seamless.
that thing is this, and then the corset is not even a corset.
and that's for your wedding day.
And their pictures are going to be forever.
And people
And
will
you're
look
spending
better than
money.
you at your wedding.
And they will.
Yeah.
Because one thing the girls will do, they will sew that Ashrabi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they will get it coarse.
But
Yeah.
that's not their problem. You're expected to look the best. You're the
Yeah.
bride.
Yeah,
So if
I
I'm coming in
agree.
looking fire, I'm thinking you're going to look
And
better.
you know what? Yeah, you people pleasers, that are don't even have kids yet. When you have kids, people will tell you how to raise your kids. People will tell you where to live.
Yeah.
They'll tell you what room you
Yeah.
should sleep in with your husband.
Yeah.
When you should leave him. And
Yeah.
it's like, when does the cycle end?
And
Yeah.
yeah.
When?
It's true.
I don't. My wedding outfit.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't imagine my mother-in-law saying she has to be Vera Wang. Like,
Yeah.
it has to
No,
be
she
a
actually
well-known
needs to be,
designer.
yeah.
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 It cannot
Actually
just
have to
be,
be a
or Vicky
designer.
James.
Yeah.
Why be here?
What else do we hear?
What are you designing that I'm even saying yes?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh,
Wedding.
But no, that wedding hasn't come yet.
Yeah, you still got
Yeah,
time.
please go somewhere. Even Club London are doing bridal dresses these days.
I back that. Club
And
London.
you've let her try. It's just,
Yeah.
Mommy, I don't like this one.
Yeah, and I think nothing's wrong with saying that, you know? I don't like it.
It's how you say it.
I like it.
It's always how you say it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
always
I just
how.
like crying.
Yeah.
Same.
I would just like crying.
Invisible mesh.
So if you can't say no, manipulate. Start crying.
Yeah.
Do something, but you've got to figure it out quick.
Just cry. Why are you crying? Yeah. You're so ugly.
I know. Or let your husband tell them
Yeah.
that when
Yeah.
like, it's in
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
You're not
Yeah.
wear that dress.
100%.
So dead.
No,
Well,
that
good
is
luck.
dead.
We are telling you, don't wear it,
Send us
basically.
the
Yeah,
pictures
don't wear
if you do that.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be good.
And it's
wanna
not in
see.
Nigerian culture for the groom to take
Yeah,
over.
no,
They pay for more stuff, but they don't take
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
I always thought
Especially
that
the dressing.
The bride is like the person that is in control of everything. This is what I want. This is the amount. Send it. Like genuinely,
for what she wears.
Yeah.
If they
pay for the food or catering or the venue, at least what you wear, that is on you to do it. And also, like, look, tradition is just trying to be respectful of people that have died. Like many tradition, the people who started it, they're gone. They're like, as in, sis, start your own tradition.
I'm
not doing it.
Stand up.
Yeah.
Well, should we move on to dilemma 3?
Yes.
Hey girls, I love the pod. After listening to the People Pleaser episode, I think I could do with your help. I am sorry, but I'm sick of being the strong friend. I'm not God's strongest soldier anymore. I rebuke it. I love my girls to bits, but I'm starting to feel really exhausted that I'm always there for them whenever they need me, but I never feel like I get the same energy back. Relationship troubles, family stress, work problems, I'll stand strong by their side. I even supported one of them when they went to get fertility treatment when their man wasn't free. I pride myself on being a good friend, as I think friendship should be given the same love and care as romantic relationships. The problem is I'm not just getting the same care or attention back. I'm currently going through a lot of medical investigations for a chronic condition. The friends that know about it haven't checked in, and there are some that don't even know, as they haven't asked or even given me the space to talk about it. I've tried mentioning how I like them to check in more, but it hasn't really helped. I don't have the energy to teach them how to be a good friend. I'm tired, and when I think about it, it makes me so sad. Any advice? Love a deep it, doll.
Aww.
Yeah. Aww.
Sorry, hon. That's awful.
I feel like when you've communicated with a friend how you feel, you two just step back.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
Like, if you're continuously there for someone that's not there for you, you're doing that at the kindness of your heart. And if you want more back and they're not pouring into you, you need to stop pouring.
Yeah.
And I think I speak for myself as well. I think many people think being a good friend is just servitude. Like you're like, I think when you're someone like this, you feel like you can only be liked when you're doing for someone.
Yeah.
And that's not what being a good friend is. People should just like you just because it's you.
Yeah.
Not because
what you
they
can
don't
do
for them. It's just like, I just like this person.
Yeah.
Right? And I think that's what you need to realize. Your whole life, your whole relationships are not based on your servitude. You should be able to be like, hey, it's my turn to be looked after now. Like as in, I've been there, whatever. And I think that's the thing. Friendships have an analogy of rock star. There's times you're the rock, and there's sometimes you have to be the star.
Yes.
And every friend has to be able to flip flop that role.
Otherwise, there's no
it's
friendship.
your moment you're getting, you're the star, I'm the rock.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going through this, I'm the star, you're the rock. And if you're not getting that, you are not in good friendships. A good friendship is not only just you doing all the things, it has to be both ways. And I think you need to have it as a serious conversation. Not even just that I tried to mention, but like, girls, it's actually really bothering me that you guys have not showed up for me. I've been ill, this is going on with me, and I feel like nobody has been there. And then from then, if you don't get the result, just know that these are not your people.
Yeah.
I totally agree. I feel like sometimes also people get used to a certain dynamic and they also assume that role for you. So when you're the person that's always there for people, they assume that you kind of enjoy it as well. And I hate it when people put me in a position where I have to start listing things I've done for you. Because sometimes you actually have to be like, but I did X, Y, Z, and it makes me sick because I'm never doing it because I want something back. Like, it's just organically who I am or whatever. And it feels like her friends have put her in that position. Well, if it were me, what I would do is, because I feel like sometimes when you have like big interventions with everybody, it kind of just breeds this opportunity for people to be like, what's her problem? And then, you know, it has a domino effect. I would go to the one person in the group that I'm closest with and then tell them and then hope that the message spreads far and wide and very quickly. But I honestly think that she should speak to the person she's closest with and just disclose like how she's feeling and just feeling like, yo, like I'm going through all of this stuff and you lot haven't been there for me. I'm saying it to you because, you know, I feel like we're the closest, blah, blah, blah. But the message is she has to say something.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like if you're not prepared to walk away from the friendship, because also it's like sometimes you can walk away from it and then you think that they're gonna get it. But if they don't even know how to be there for you when you're sick, they're probably not going to give two hoots that you've walked away.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They probably won't even clock that you've kind of like pulled back a little bit. So I think sometimes you actually have to be explicit with people and it's an ugly part of friendship and it's like it's not easy and like friends, because they're the chosen family, I feel like sometimes we think it's always supposed to be fun and games, but also friendship is about the good times, the bad times, and it's like sometimes you have to check people, even your friends. Do you know what I mean? So it's hard, but you're not happy.
And
so what's the alternative?
And I also feel like as well, like I feel like people know when they're doing something. You know how sometimes we excuse bad friends, but it's like, nah, like we're humans, like we're adults, we know. And I feel like the fact that she was ill, and I just think, like I would also feel really hurt by that, because it's like when you're there for someone, I feel like there's so many, they always say like when your life changes when it comes to like weddings or get married or career change, like that's when you really see your friends. I'm literally ill, not like one person, and she has to say that, because I think like, what the hell? Do you know what I mean? And I think I feel like she should also be very like strong in knowing that I actually know my worth as a friend, like, and this is my standard. If I give this and you guys can't give it back, I deserve better, you know. And I think we shouldn't ever feel like we should get the bare minimum for friends, because you know, she said like how like she sees like romantic relationships, some friends hold their romantic relationship higher than friendship, and I really feel like friendships genuinely they're deeper than romantic, like
very much so.
What's one of my hardest breakups is a friendship one over any of my exes, do you know what I mean, because of that genuine love. So yeah, I hope she knows her worth, because mate, this makes
that ain't it.
Yeah.
What kind of friends are you guys? Are you like the rock? Are you the strong friend?
Do you know what? I think there was something going around. Everyone's having something with their friend.
Yeah.
Like almost everybody, a conversation I've had this week, there's a thing with a friend. And I think it's more apparent in mine, because there's something about when you hit your 30s.
Yeah.
And your friendships just...
Because everyone starts to be in different places. Where you've always been in the same place.
Exactly.
Now it's like someone could be married, someone could have kids.
Someone could be traveling, like,
exactly.
what I mean?
And it's just more of a thing of, we actually have to work on this. It's not just like,
Yeah.
And also, we don't live around the corner anymore.
It's real effort.
I'm going to do this.
Or you'll see them somewhere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You actually have to make an effort with each other and give each other grace.
Yeah, I love
think
that.
that's what it is. And I think for the longest time, I think I was the strong friend. Like, I'm very like, Tolly's good. She's good. And I think it's a double-edged sword to be like, when people know you're good, it's like you're getting punished twice. Because you have to be good. Even though you feel like shit.
It's like, well, I have to play this
say I'm
role.
good. And then people don't think you're good. Then they don't look after you. So you're literally getting punished twice over, because you're playing this role of no, I'm fine, I'm good. And everyone is like, oh yeah, she's good. So they leave you alone. I'm actually really not.
And I feel like when you're someone like, I feel like you two wouldn't be initially the type of girls to be like, I'm going through this. Like naturally, I'll just think everything's okay unless someone actually asks.
Better actually being like, hey, I'm just tapping out for a bit. I'm going a lot, like whatever. And also,
how have you got better at that?
I just actually do it now.
Just say
Before I would just
go through it.
Yeah. Like nobody would hear from me. Like you'd only see me things that you have to see me at. I will not reply to messages, whatever. But now I'm like, I probably still do that. But I'm like, hey, this is happening. Like, I'm all right, but I'm just tapping out for a bit. And it's actually not, because what it is you in my head, I'm like, oh, I'm refilling my energy. But you're not. You're just isolated. You're not dealing with it.
That's true.
You should go back and just carry on acting again. You haven't actually dealt with the issue. You just like, let me rest for a bit. And then go back to acting again. Yeah. But like, it's the world that's making you keep wanting to tap out. Like, you have to. And I think friendship has to allow grace. You just have to be like,
I agree.
Absolutely.
Otherwise it just doesn't
work. Because you wouldn't have friends. You know, every little inconvenience, every little thing. But if you really didn't have grace, a lot of us wouldn't be have friends.
There's get it? Conversations that friends don't want to have with each other.
Yeah.
Because it feels ugly.
Yeah.
Like,
and I think it
really
opens...
ugly.
I feel like it opens your own insecurities sometimes. And I think that's such an important thing, because sometimes you don't even know that you might have your own insecurities that you haven't actually dealt with your person, your friends, and then you're like pushing that in, and that's what causes issues a bit.
And it's all this. I honestly, I had a 2-hour conversation about friendship with someone the other day, because I just think everyone is just like, what the fuck? It's always been so easy. But now, why is it? And also because now there's genuine love. Because normally, like, she's acting fun with me, man. Whatever, I leave it. But I don't want to leave it because I love this person. I want to sort it out. So,
and you know when the good's so good, you want to keep that. You don't want the bad.
Because it's hard to find good friends, and also the issues that people are facing might be above your remit. Do you know what I mean? And so, like, a lot of it is also like trying to be understanding, and it sounds so simple, but it's actually not. Like, especially for someone that can't relate to something, like, how do you be a good friend to someone that's going through something life-changing? And it's like, I mean, I would have considered myself before, I would have always said I'm the fun friend. Like, I'm the joker. I'm the one that's like, when you're if you're going through something, we're going out, let's go.
You back the madness.
Do you know what I mean? I'm that person. But as I'm getting older, I'm realising that, like, we can't just go to the club anymore. Like, the answer can't always be, let's go to this rave. Like, you're gonna have to do better than that, sis. You're gonna have to learn, like, different levels of empathy, and you're gonna have to learn how to physically be there for people, and you're gonna have to learn that you can't just be that role. Like, you can't just be the fun friend. Like, don't lose that, because obviously it's still very like valued and needed, but you have to be an all-round friend.
Do you know what? You came up in my conversation yesterday about friendships, right? And I have to say this to you, because I was just talking about my friends that I'm close to, whatever, how I feel about them. And I think you are the friend that I feel most in my life that I can come as I am. I don't need to be like, oh, Audrey's going to need me to be this. If I'm like, I can't be fucking asked. I feel my ugliest in body, in mind, whatever. I don't need to be like, oh, but Audrey needs me to. I'm like, and I appreciate that so much, to have there's not many people that you can just come as you are. You know what they need. Like, oh, this one needs me to be happy and cheery. This one needs me, but I'm just like, oh, like, I feel most that you like every version of me.
I do. I love you.
Like, when I'm just like, sometimes I know I'm being a bitch and I'm in a bitch mode. I'm not very loving right now, but it's like, you still love me.
Like, just
although I don't feel like I have to serve you. Although I still do.
I
feel like, oh, in order for this to be fun, I need to make sure I've done this. But like, I don't.
No. Oh, I love that.
Do you feel like, Tolly, you could be friends with someone that's like you?
Oh, that's a good one.
I think so, you know.
Yeah.
Do you know the hardest people I find it really hard to be friends with, if I'm honest, is people who are victims. I don't know how to do it.
I could.
I hear it.
I find it so, and I'm not saying to people that things have happened to them. But people who sit in every situation, and there is like
no accountability.
Like, I don't know how to
I can't be friends with someone that holds no.
Do it.
Honestly,
and don't you feel like, especially when you're someone that you can hear it, like, you know, when you're like, do you know what, I hear it, like, Fairs, I messed up here, I'm sorry. I hate people that can't even hear it. A little bit. Like, come on.
But I'm like, there was no
just I'm sorry.
Like,
I can't take people that can't apologize. I think it's such an ugly thing to just feel like you're so above reproach. Like, who the hell are you? Like, no one is perfect. Like, everyone is flawed. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're going to make a mistake. So that really is like my pet peeve. Like, if you can't say sorry, you can't like self-reflect and just be like, even if like in the corner of your room you're like, I know I want that one. Do you know what I mean? But sometimes in life you have to pander to people sometimes. Do you know what I mean? So
you know, obviously how you said the apology thing, because this is a gripe of mine, right? You know, I hate this. I'm sorry that you feel
that's not an apology.
I'm sorry that I done this. Even if I made you feel like that, I didn't mean to do that. When I hear I'm sorry that you felt that, that's not a genuine sorry. Not accountability. Because I don't know, when I hear that, I think you're not deep in it then.
I'm not sorry.
Right.
Every time I'm sorry, you feel like that. And I'm not someone it's if I'm not sorry, I don't apologize.
Wow. That's how my ex broke up with me. Well, no, I broke up with him. Because he apologized to me in that way. I wouldn't say too much, but it was like a big moment for him. And I had planned something for him to do. Like, it's your moment. And I told him like months ahead, like, save this date. So as the week had come, I was like, oh, on this day, like, this is the itinerary, be ready for this time, X, Y, and Z. And then he started being all like, oh, you never told me it was the whole day. But it's like, if someone told you to save the date, it's technically the whole day. And if something has come up, it's like, babe, let me know, because this has come up. Do I still need to be free for this time? And I was like, well, what time do you need, sir? And he was like, oh, I have to go at this. I said, that's fine. And he was like, oh, but you're not going to come with me. And I was like, no, like, because I planned to do this for this time. Anyways, we get to the day now. He wakes up and he's like, sorry, babe, can't make it today because...
None of it.
Yeah, because I've just got back from the gym and I haven't slept properly.
That's not good enough, sir.
Yeah, I haven't slept properly. I haven't been able to sleep and I've only had about 2 hours sleep. I'll give you the money for it and we can reschedule.
Yeah, it's mad.
And I was like, are you right? Like, it's not even about the money, it's the disregard, the dismissiveness. And then I left it. You know when it's like, I really thought it was a joke. So you know when you don't even reply to my message, waiting for I was like, you're not even getting a reaction out of me. And then, no, nothing. So I was like, I'm not going to lie, like, I'm kind of upset that you've cancelled on the day once I've given you this much notice, X, Y, and Z. And then it was like, I'm sorry you feel that way, but I just feel like you should have read the room.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And then there was a loads more, but I'll save that for.
I think there are little
that,
hints that men give you that like, oh, you don't like me.
You hate
and it's really sad. It's not even as comical as people make it sound on the internet, but it's like, oh, you don't like me.
Because mad.
Why did you do that?
And
also, I didn't just spring this on you because I understand that. Like, look, I don't think all surprises are good.
Yeah.
I tell girls, don't surprise men with your presence.
Yeah, don't
I know
just
it
pop
sounds
up.
mad, but pop-ups, it's not, it's not worth it. More often than not, it's not what you think it's going to be.
Yeah.
Like, I will never surprise you with a pop-up.
Never. Pop up as in like you just go there.
Like you're just like, hey, I'm outside.
Never.
No, God forbid.
We were close to doing that yesterday.
Surprisingly, we're just hair though. Surprisingly,
I don't know. It doesn't go well. It doesn't.
It doesn't.
And sometimes I think about do you remember Portia surprised Simon in Nigeria?
Yes.
What's his reaction?
He was like,
you can tell when
like they're scared. Like I left to get away from you.
So I can understand that if I'd like surprised you and sprung this on you, like I didn't want to do that, I went to do this instead. But like I told you about this thing, and I think it feels more like, why can't you just care enough to just because I told you about it.
And that's not a good enough reason. It's not like some emergency popped up.
Right.
You went to the gym and you're tired.
And why didn't you go gym? Why didn't you sleep more?
Why didn't you sacrifice
gym?
Exactly. You could have gone gym the next day.
Sacrifice the gym. Why was my thing that you sacrificed?
Imagine someone's trying to do something nice for you and you're giving
and then you flipped it. Now I didn't read the room to see that you didn't want to do it, but you're big enough to tell me just don't do it.
I said they'd be like, oh babe, I'm not really on it, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Can we do something else? And you're really good at that. Okay, cool. Let me change the plan.
Yeah. Right. Especially if I'm trying to do something to please you, it should be something that you want to do.
Yeah.
Like, I'm big on like this whole thing of like, you know, when like I love to go, I don't love to go. Like I don't mind dinner dates.
Yeah.
Like I'll do loves a dinner date. I
love
like
a
an
dinner
adventure date, whatever. But I can understand in like a man's dream world, his birthday, he doesn't want to go like. It might not want to go to dinner with just me. That might not be his dream birthday. And I think sometimes girls make the mistake of being like, no, but it's
your birthday.
So I can understand that, but then talk.
Then just say something. And you had time. So.
And he till this day doesn't know what it was.
So sad, man. And she doesn't even be doing stuff with people like that.
No, you lost out on a good one.
Yeah. And I hate that because you would have got yourself so excited. I know that feeling.
And you know when you don't be doing stuff like that and it's like, I must show you.
How kind and lovely.
Right.
I hope it didn't make you retreat and not want to do that again.
When
I feel like it will take me off. Now I've got PTSD around that specific day. I'm just card through the door.
No.
No, don't even. Someone
men ruin things.
Yeah,
100%.
Right.
Yeah. Someone. It just wasn't him.
No.
Yeah, someone's gonna deserve it.
Wow.
But they're not being able to apologize thing. I can't.
Yeah,
honestly,
that is
so jarring.
I cannot take it. Just say I'm really sorry.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So that will piss me off because why don't go gym then?
Yeah. Like acting like you apologized.
No, it wasn't a real apology. I think a real apology is like. Even if you apologize,
I'll give you the money for it. Yeah. It was just like how you care about the money. Like,
more
you're
than
good. And it's like, no.
Yeah. You was about to break up with him.
Anyways, it solidified it.
It did.
But this is a part of the podcast where we get like a question of the day.
Okay.
And then we just respond to it. And both of you get to go into our little booth individually and answer it. And then we can discuss it off.
Is that your little, like, what would you call it? Like mind room?
Yeah, like professional.
Fun, okay.
So,
Fun.
Okay. So the question of the week, what makes me immediately think less of someone? And do you know what? I get this a lot because I'm someone that I like to let people talk. And when I let people talk and they like to talk down on things, like they like to tell you what you're doing wrong, or they like to belittle people so quick because they think they're the best. They think they're the best at everything. Everything they do is right. What they know is right. I already start to think, I'm not really sure about you. And then I start to think less of them because I just think sometimes people, like for me, for example, I feel like there's a lot that I know and there's a lot of experience that I have, but I won't share it straight away. I like to fill the room and let people talk. That sometimes because I don't talk, people feel like they could talk down on me and I don't like that. So that makes me think less.
What immediately makes me think less of someone is the first one is I think if you just a bit too much around me, I really think less of you because I just think like, why are you so comfortable to gossip? And I get it, like I really get it, you know, sometimes just in this tea is fun. But if you're someone that's so comfortable to gist with me and you don't know me like that, and then you also gist about people that you're cool with, I will immediately think less of you, because I just think you don't really have loyalties, you're too loose, you're not trustworthy. And I always feel like it's a red flag when you got people that just, they take information from you and they never give information back. I hate them people, and I think very less of them, because for me, it just gives, you're a leech. You're trying to suck all my information out. And then with that information, you're now going to spread it and gist with your people. Like, it irritates me. So yes, if you're a gister and you constantly trying to get my tea, but you don't want to be exposing your tea, I think very less of you, you leech.
So what makes me think less of people immediately is people that consume red pill content. Oh my God. If you consume any content from the red pill, the manosphere, anything like that, I'm already going to think you're dense. If you're a man and you consume it, I probably already think less of you just because you're a man anyway. But if you're a woman that consumes it, or you regurgitate any of those sort of talking points and you try to justify them in any way, I'm going to immediately assume you're a pick-me, that you're unread, and that you don't want what's best for women, and you can't be in my circle, because at the end of the day, I don't fuck with people like you. I'm so sorry. Like, you are what's wrong with the world. You are the reason why young boys are doing the things they are doing. We need everybody to be well-read and well-versed on women's rights and say no to all manosphere content. That's all.
What makes me think less of someone immediately? I think it's people who are Debbie Downers. Do you know them people that there's always something wrong? Like, they are so consistently negative. Like, it could be a lovely day and they're like, oh, but it's too hot. Oh, but the sun is really shining and my forehead is... I feel like, just have a day off. People who don't have a day off from negativity, every day is a sad day. And I'm just like, this is a lot of energy. Because some people you're around and they make you feel alive. And some people you're around, they suck the life out of you. And those kind of people suck the life out of you. There is always an issue. No matter what, even in heaven, they will say, God is too loud. There's always something. And I don't like that. Like, have a day off.
Guys, we're going to end it in Yoruba because we can all speak fluent Yoruba apart from Audrey, obviously, because she's... Do you speak Twi? Is it Twi or T?
Tree.
Yeah.
Tree.
Is it Gar?
Tree.
There's another one.
Yeah,
Gar.
yeah.
Do you speak Gar?
No, I can't speak any. I mean, I can speak a bit of Tree here or there. But
Your partner Ghanaian too?
No, he's Sierra Leonean and Nigerian.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
So there's actually not one language that kind of is in the house.
But I understand everything.
Oh, that's
Okay,
good.
that's good.
I understand everything.
A good gossip.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So we're going to have to put, I don't know, subtitles this for you.
Yeah. We're going to try and have a conversation, guys, in Yoruba, because Tolly, I keep calling you Tolly. I'm so sorry.
But what's the full name?
Yeah.
Oh, Tolani. I knew that actually.
Oh,
I think because Tolly is so close to Tolu.
Yes, saying, look, it's Tolly.
It's actually a childhood nickname.
Tolly.
Yeah. It's been a childhood nickname. It was that and Yarimbo. Those are my two children.
Yarimbo. Rimbo. What does that mean? Rainbow.
There's an actress called Yarimbo. And she was always really strict. And I was really strict as a kid. So they
You bound me to from day.
Yeah. I was always like, no, don't do that.
Yeah.
They just call me Yarimbo. And her nose used to sweat, and so does my man.
Oh my gosh, my nose sweats too!
Apparently, it's strict. It's bullshit, but apparently, your nose sweats.
Do you know what? I'm not gonna lie. There was one girl I knew at uni, and her nose would always sweat.
Yeah.
But I'll give it to her. She's very strict. She's such a proper person. you know when someone, and even the way she does life is to the book.
Yeah.
Like that. Like, I'll give it to her. Like, her nose.
Like, I could be cold, but my nose.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's so annoying.
Better.
So you be looking at my nose.
Topping it up.
I get so like, because I'm like, oh my gosh, it's just so sweaty. Do you guys have any plans?
Yes.
We got live show.
Is it out? You haven't put it out. You haven't announced it.
It will be announced on
by
Monday.
the time this comes
out. Yeah. We are going on tour.
Can we come?
Of course you can.
Yeah.
You're special guest in the London show.
Yeah.
I think you should come up on stage. Yeah.
No.
I think we should do it. I think it's
fun.
We can't be chatting the bars of like, girls don't work together.
Yeah. So now that we're friends and we're going to Abba, we're going to come to the live show. Me and Tolly, I actually want to be your friend. I don't really want to be people's friends, but I actually want to be your friend. So how do I become your friend? Without acting like I'm trying to be your friend. Do you know what? I'll do it naturally.
Natural.
I'll do it natural. I'm going to follow you tonight.
Yeah, that kind of vibe.
Right now.
Yeah.
And then just go from there.
Follow each other, yeah.
Because I feel like I need your aura in my life. I don't have a you.
Oh, this is so nice. It's going to feel really warm.
That is really sweet. I love that.
And I'm sure you are too, going to Nigeria in December.
I am. Oh, yeah. I think we did the whole month.
Oh my God, I saw you in Nigeria.
Yes, we said hi in Nigeria.
We did. Yeah.
Did you have a good time last time?
I did have a good time. Okay. But I was in a relationship then. I'm going to make sure I'm single this time.
Yeah.
I'm really going to enjoy myself.
Because I keep saying to Ajola, like, do you feel like I want to hear the stories? Like, I'm at home, right?
Yeah. Do you be dating in Nigeria? Sorry, should I be
You just have to have a good
time. I want to have a good time.
Meet a guy in December and this is your husband. Like, right. Take it for what it is. They'll take you out. Let them, and also like just out of. They're just used to spending money on women.
They actually they want you to. Yeah.
It's a cultural thing. So just don't
get excited by it.
Yeah.
Don't think, oh my God, I've met him.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Because I think that level of heartbreak is.
Well, I guess going on to that, was there any realities whilst you guys, as you grow up, when it comes to like dating, that you actually had to just think, do you know what, this is just what it is? You know how you said don't go into Dirty December think you're gonna meet someone. Even at uni, I'd say, guys, don't go into uni if you're gonna meet your husband, because that was such a narrative.
Oh, they told us they were like,
I think I gave that advice and with my girls, like, don't come to uni think you're gonna meet a husband.
And because you might, right?
You might.
Also, you might not. I think what I've learned growing up is that like. And this is like a relatively new thing that I'm learning, that like, because sometimes you're so focused on, is this going to end in marriage and children? You don't have a good time while it's happening. You're thinking, what is it? Well, it's like, you can just have a good time while it's happening.
Yeah.
It might end in that way and it might not. Because even if it does end in marriage, a marriage can also still end. So just like enjoy the whatever, having a good time. Then there's no need to put pressure as like, but how's this going to end? And I think so often people are so working towards the end goal, they don't enjoy in between of it. True. Oh, is this going to be a relationship? Is it that we're going to be married? We're going to have children? And having a good time. So I think that's where I'm at now. Just have a good time.
Yeah. I think I would say like meeting other people's expectations that they place on you, because I had situations in the past when I was dating where I was perfectly happy with how things were going, but then I let outside noise. But like,
you should have wifed you by now.
And I remember like when I was in uni and I was dating, and I was convinced that my uni boyfriend was going to be my husband. No one could have told me otherwise. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like I didn't realize at the time I was young, but even prior to that, I was dating this guy and I was really happy with how things were going. I was in the moment. My mind wasn't even thinking, is this going to be anything serious? And I remember a friend was like, oh my God, you've been talking to him for 6 months and you're still not his girlfriend.
They love to be put in projection.
And then I remember after that, my whole aura changed towards him, and then that effectively changed the relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, it probably wouldn't have worked out anyway, but that was just something that always stuck with me because I was happy. I was fine.
That's what matters.
You know what I mean? And that's ultimately what happens. So you've got agency in the situation as well. Do you know what I mean?
You know, I've got a question with that, right? So obviously, like, I think I'm someone that I try not to let outside noise, but how do you find, I guess, you know how there's certain things like, okay, you know how they're like, oh, if you guys have been, for example, dating for like 10 years and he hasn't given you pop the question. So how do you find the balance with that? With like social, like, you know, socially is like, girls will be like, 3 years max maybe, like 10 years is long, but then if that's okay for certain people, do you know what I mean, what I'm trying to say? Like, how do you
have to know what's okay for you?
Like,
is it actually a problem for me, or is it because people are saying it? And I think some women are like, do I even want to get married to him now?
Exactly.
Like, you actually have the option as well. I could actually be like, no. Or I'm happy with that. I think it's a thing of, you have to be like, what do I want? And sometimes what you want is marriage.
But
this is what you want. It's not everyone saying to you, oh no, it should be this by now. Oh no, after this amount of time it should be this. There is no rule book. If there was a rule book,
everyone would buy it.
Everybody would buy it, and everybody would be happily in a relationship, and there will be no question mark because we've all followed.
That's what I hate now about like.
There's just so many think pieces.
Socials, man.
Opinions, and I feel like it's really hard. Like even me as a married woman, I still internalize things. You know what I mean? When people are talking about the way things are supposed to be and how they're supposed to look, and no one
and their husband
like very rarely do people ever share the full scope. But because people want to be part of a challenge or they want to be part of a trend, they will literally take the parts that apply to them in that one little thing that applies to them and completely ignore everything else. So it's not a realistic picture because people want to come across a certain way online. I just feel like relationships they're too nuanced. There's no rule book.
And I feel like the people that that actually do solely content on like telling people like what they should and shouldn't do, I don't feel like they're in the best positions.
Yeah, I try not to take.
I feel like, you know, like someone like Sierra, even when she gives relationship advice, like hers is just so balanced. Do you know what I mean? It's never like, oh yeah, and you've got to do this and you've got to do that. I feel like people that are genuinely in happy situations, they get it.
And they only talk from experience, you know. A lot of people be talking about experience. Yeah.
They exude it.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
I feel like Sierra gets asked a lot about that because we see that she looks happy.
Yeah.
People think it's her going around parading, giving people advice.
Yeah.
The ones that are in their rooms doing think pieces and giving advice, and they're making money off and I always say that these femininity coaches and all of these people, they're making money. They've commercialized this thing of like what relationships are supposed to look like. People that are truly happy, that are living it, don't talk about it because they don't need to preach to people because they understand there's also the flip side of no relationship is perfect. Everyone has bumps in the road. So like for me, I don't give marriage advice. I don't really give advice apart from if you physically come to me and ask me, or unless the people are writing in for dilemmas, because I just feel like, who am I to talk about something in such a holistic way when I'm still in it? You know what I mean? Like, I haven't reached the end of marriage. I haven't reached the final level of marriage. I would always just say, like,
that's my
take that with caution.
When someone gets married and then a month after they're doing relationship content and like advice to them, as a married couple, shut up.
It's a very slippery slope.
You just got here.
You're new here.
Yeah, very much new here.
That's how I feel as a mother. Like I sometimes think, let me calm down. Like
you was doing a lot. I'm joking. No, she just loved. But I think you just really loved. You found like a new passion that you hadn't had before, and I think that's fine. I don't feel like you was telling mums like
what to do. No,
but you know what though? Sometimes you can't help yourself, because I pride myself on not being that person because it makes me cringe when people do it to me, and I hate unsolicited advice. But I realised the other day I did it to someone.
Did you?
But it was so innocent. So there's some girl that I follow, she's an influencer, she just had a baby, and then she posted some cream and I was like, don't use that cream, the doctors say it's really bad, use this instead.
But that's like, but you have
like,
good intention.
No, but that's not my bag.
That's really like you should have just left it.
Like, I should have just kept it scrolling because I don't.
But you're trying to help her.
I was.
As a mother,
the doctor did literally say to me, that's the worst brand you could use on skin in general, let alone a baby. But she didn't post that brand, she posted another, and I was like, yeah, keep using that because the doctor told me that this is amazing. But I just felt,
how do you feel like when you get those kind of comments? Do you find it annoying?
Yeah, I do. But it depends on what they're saying. You know what I mean? And also for me, I'm very big on intention. Like, if I can sense your intention is kind of laced in shade, or you're like you're preaching, then I'm probably just gonna ignore you. But if I feel like your intention is sincere, then I'm down for it. Like, I don't know everything. But it's not really me. I can't believe I did that. Oh my god, so sorry.
I'm surprised you did that.
It's not me at all. But it's because it was so fresh. So I saw that, and then I'd just gone to the doctors.
Yeah.
So the girl talk.
No.
You're weird for that.
Not at all. Like, we follow each other.
I was like, weirdo.
We follow each other, but we do not talk. Like, I don't even think I've seen her in my DMs for like years.
How old is your daughter now?
20.
I don't do weeks because I wouldn't know.
I'm just doing that.
I'm going to be doing calculations.
21 months, but she's basically 1.5. She'll be 2 in September.
Oh, wow. So, and you've got your new, is it Me and Mine?
Yeah. So my mum page, which I'm even surprised I'm doing that, because I never was going to be like a mummy blogger person, but it's I'm more doing it with my friend. So it was more her thing, and I'm just.
So what are you guys doing?
So it's basically like a mum community, but the whole angle is supposed to be like just the real side of it, and not necessarily pushing advice or anything like that, but just like offering like a safe space for.
What is the real side? Like, what is the real side that you feel like
just
isn't
like,
really?
Okay, so the whole thing started because I'm in a couple of mum group chats, and it gets real in there, like to the point where like people would think like, oh my god, call social services.
Wait, I've got a question. Did you feel like when you had your child that you needed more mum friends?
No, because luckily for me, when I had my daughter, a lot of my friends had babies around the same time. A lot of them, like, so I had that inbuilt, luckily. So I don't feel like I need it externally online. But what I do love is that, like, how honest we are. And we just wondered how, like, if other people were having these conversations and being like, here's this thing, it's going to be a little bit different from the other mummy pages, because it's not about, like, pushing brands or doing this, but it's just about, like, I feel like shit today. Does anyone else feel like this? Like, I posted something the other day about Anaya still being on like baby bottles. And she really shouldn't be at her age, because she's like basically talking and walking and running the house. But then another mum was like, oh my God, my daughter's like still doing the same thing, like blah, blah, blah. So it's just nice to like have that sort of like
support. They get it.
They get it. Yeah, exactly.
I find it mad how every era of your life, there's always like these pressures, like there's pressure, like, oh, is my child doing what they're supposed to be doing? And then that's like the new flex. Do you know what I mean? Wow.
It's a lot.
But
It never stops.
There's no end goal.
There's no,
You just have to enjoy it while you're doing it, because there is
destination.
no. Oh, I've done it now.
Right.
Yeah.
Tolly, my next question for you is, baby, do you have a lot of mummy friends, or is a lot of your friends still like not married or single?
I've got quite a lot of friends that are mums. Got quite a few friends that are mums.
Do you feel like you need more single friends, like non-mum?
I'm a hybrid friend.
Yeah, Audrey's a great hybrid friend. I need more.
Explain, what do you mean by hybrid friend?
Like, Audrey's a mum, but she's not a mum friend.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
I know what you mean.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I'm a friend that happens to be a mum.
Yeah. She's not someone.
I don't really carry it.
She's a woman who had the kid.
Because some people make mums their whole personality.
And she doesn't do that at all. I need a friend who is just down for things.
Right.
I think I've got to a point where, like, many people, their goal was to be partnered, right? So when they got partnered, like, I've done it now. So then their friendships fall by the wayside.
Yeah.
Because the goal was to get partnered. And I think that's the big thing I always have about this country is the more partnered, less community. And everyone just wants that. Once I got my partner, nothing else really matters.
Yeah.
So now all of the things are with their partners, the holidays, the dinners, the things.
Yeah.
I need a friend that's just like, yeah, I'm down, let's go.
Me.
Yeah, no, like literally, like, oh, I want to do this thing. I'm like, yeah, cool, I'm down.
I
Let's
don't
go.
know how I feel about the start of this friendship, because now it's going to be
Up and down. I just need a friend that is just a bit more down. And also, I had this weird thing with my friends who are mums. I feel like they have to include me.
Really? Oh. You don't want to be included.
I don't have to go as hard. You're heavy.
Exactly. I don't have to go as hard.
I don't mind not
coming. Like, you don't have your fun.
It's actually cool. And I get it. And I think it's them trying to figure out, we don't want us to feel left out because of this. I remember this funny story, which was like, Audrey was like, I was talking to someone and I was like, no, they got a mum group without me. And he was like, no, don't be silly. I was like, no, they do. And to prove a point, I was like, Audrey, do you have a group with the girls? She was like, no, but it's not like that.
I didn't know why she was asking.
Yeah.
So I was like,
no, it's not like that.
Because it genuinely did. It started off as a group chat about your birthday planning. And then
I was like, no, I just wanted to prove
and
it.
then she went ghost because she fell asleep.
You're thinking,
So I was like, oh my God, she's devastated. I feel like such a trait. I was like, I probably should have replied to this.
I was like, sorry, like, because it's, I understand that's that part of your life, and it's not every part of your journey that you have to hold one hand in. And I think sometimes it feels more sympathy than like
genuine.
Okay, you can be a part of this too. And I'm like,
I'm good here.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think there is no way to say to your friends that I'm very understanding that your child is the most important thing in your life at the moment, but not mine.
Yeah.
And I think as a mother, I can understand why that's hard to hear.
Yeah.
But that's my reality.
Yeah.
It's your most important thing.
Because you haven't even experienced that
for
yet.
yourself.
For me to even know
now.
It can't be my most important thing, right? And also, I think things can share importance. Your child can be as important to you as someone's job is to them.
Yeah.
Those things are equally as important to other people,
I agree on that.
But like, obviously, like, I want children one day, whatever. But I can't sit around beside to be like, oh, I don't have mine yet.
Yeah.
And
you know how you said some people go straight, like their end goal is to get a relationship, but I want to be a mother. That's just not
exactly.
Like, I'll get there.
People need to know that, like, being single is not the waiting room; it's your life.
Yeah.
I think so often people, especially girls my age, they assume it's the waiting room before they go into the main thing. It's not the waiting room. It's also part of your where you're at. It's your destination. It's not where you're just someone's gonna come.
It's like every corner.
And life is gonna happen. Once I meet someone, have a baby.
Right.
No, my turn. Literally, you just wait for your name to be like, okay, cool, it's my turn now. And often that when people talk about love, oh, it's finally my turn to be loved, as if to say where they were before was so dire. It's not the waiting room. It is not the like, just wait to get picked. Like, just live.
Literally enjoy life, have a good time, and then whatever happens.
But I definitely need more like, cool, we're down. And less that like, oh, let's meet on the 13th of July. Go, I'm calling you on the 4th of June.
I'm trying to be out by tomorrow.
Let's go, let's do something. But like, I feel it sometimes. But I think I feel it more when people are trying to force me. Like, you can come along as well, because I hate being pitied.
Yeah.
When I do it, I'm like, oh, do you feel sorry for me? So I'm like, don't do this. Like, that's weird. Like, if everyone took their kids' birthday party, I'm not offended that it wasn't
included.
Take there. Like, and sometimes, often I go to it and I just be like,
It's different for you.
Yeah.
Like, when you have the kid, it's like you're gonna enjoy it. You get
because
what we're going.
and you're watching your kid do fun.
Yeah,
And when you don't, you're just kind of like
watching your phone.
It's like you can enjoy it for like about a couple of minutes, but then after it's like.
Once I've got my cuddles and my hugs and the kids afterwards, I'm like, I can go home now.
Yeah.
I'm done here, sort of thing. Have you had friends a lot started having kids? Obviously, you've got.
No, I just have 2 friends. That have had. That have kids.
Yeah.
But I don't think I haven't noticed it yet because I still have a lot of outside friends.
Yeah.
So I'm just like.
And I still join in when I can because I genuinely I think. Like being a mum is just a part of me, right? But I've got my friends. We love to go out, and I don't want to ever. Do you know? We just don't want to lose because when you're yourself and you're happy, you can just be that best version for your child. So like I can come out sometimes. And
I'm looking forward to because I feel like now that some of them have kids, like I've been wanting an excuse to go Legoland. So it's like when you lot are planning to go Legoland, invite me because now I could go to that the zoo, like things that my friends wouldn't actually just plan to do. Now that have got kids and you're gonna do it, I don't mind coming because now it's my excuse to come.
But because what I was gonna say is just about like the young girls earlier, like just to bring it back from the beginning. It's like I do love seeing that though. Like when I see you guys all out doing your thing, having fun. Like when I saw you, I think you went to Ella's dinner.
Oh yeah.
Watching from every
no,
angle.
you don't understand.
I went on everyone's page. I was like, this is exactly how you should be doing it.
Some of them asked them, we did our 20s wrong.
Yeah,
I always say I was like, we did our 20s.
Really?
I was under some stupid boy thinking it was the love of my life. I should have been.
But it's not too late though, and we're not 20.
Version of
How old are you guys?
I'm 30.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like
still
you lot
younger.
did it like when I see them, like like hot girls being hot girls. So having a good time, and
they're so happy when I see you all together.
And I think in our generation, not that it's far, like I'm 5 years older, but like there was this thing to perform wifey material.
I know what you mean.
I don't have this kind of like but the girls might we were all just performing like
right.
And do you know what?
And you're snapping, you pounding
waiting for them to pop up. You're wifey material, you know.
Oh, well, exactly. Please, what did that ever get you on?
That was what I felt like we were meant, like we were seen to have to do. Like we're here to go get married and settle down. And in your 20s is your peak. Like, do you know what I mean? The peak of like you're free. Like I would actually say like if anyone's listening, like really enjoy your 20s. Like really be single. Like you know them ones where it's like you can choose your partner. And be sticky, like be picky with it, like have your standard and enjoy. Because I was like saying to Angela, I wish I had a serious baddie. You know when you have your baddie era where you're going, like, babe, this guy's taking us. Do you want to? I do wish I had that moment a bit. You know,
like do those holidays of just like
like
gonna go this with the back of like
you know, yes. So
like just like having a good time.
Enjoy yourself, man.
Like this whole like cosplaying to be older than you are, I don't get it.
It ain't that lit over here.
It's not.
I mean, it's a different.
And then once you get it and you've done it,
and the girls that are obsessed with the rich aunties just pop out. Young babes.
Exactly.
Like, even the aunties are getting to the point that they want to be young babes.
They're reversing.
Everyone.
Young babe.
Just pop out and show out.
Right.
Like, have the time. Do your girls' holidays. Like, pop, like literally.
Yeah.
Have the best time. Have the best time.
Wow. It's coming to the end.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed this ep.
Yeah, I feel like I
made new friends.
Yes!
Made new friends.
Friends. But yeah, guys.
No, thanks for coming, man. We really appreciate it.
Yes.
Catch us on the
After we've done the brunch.
Yeah.
Get that out of the way.
You're gonna have a really good time. Just don't miss it and just like, you have a good time.
Okay. No, but I mean the ABBA brunch.
Oh,
to prove like
talk about
yes.
booking it though,
Maz.
I will book it and I'll put some dates in.
Where are they?
They're like in the O2, like it's central. It's not far.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, just an
We have
experience.
to wear like an ABBA.
No, but I will.
Yeah,
I'll commit to it. You guys don't have to.
I'm just gonna have flicks because
is that what they do?
Yeah,
okay. I'm just gonna show up.
The other one has flicks.
I'm gonna wear Ankara.
You said Abiola, yeah.
That's so funny.
Oh my gosh, but they probably already know where to find you because I feel like if you listen to the receipts if you know what's good for you. But where can they find you?
We come out, everybody listens to you podcast on Mondays and Wednesdays for now.
Yeah, exactly.
We're also finally on YouTube, so you can watch us on YouTube now. And that's
We're
it.
going on tour.
Look, autumn
yeah,
tour.
tickets will be out.
Is it a
soon
UK
for that.
tour?
Yeah, UK.
Oh my gosh,
tour.
that's exciting.
London,
But
Birmingham.
Ireland is.
When are you guys going to do
We're going to
Nigeria?
Ireland. I really went to
that's on the
December.
list.
And Ghana.
Yeah, we want to do both.
Yeah, oh, that'll be good.
Yeah,
wanna
really
do
went to
both.
do
I'm trying to be in
December.
Africa this year as well.
You've not been to Nigeria before?
No, I haven't.
You need
I want to
to.
go so bad. Like,
You've been to Ghana? Yeah.
Oh, I love
Yeah,
Ghana.
You would make a killing as well.
Really?
Yeah.
You would make a killing.
Get me out there.
Nah, you would make
Let's go. Like, what is the long thing? I'm trying to go this year though.
Yes,
Definitely.
make sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
even
you
if
lot
I
will
pass
have
through for a
fun.
few days.
Right, and then go to
And then
Ghana.
go to Ghana.
and then
Exactly.
go
It's
to
only 45
Ghana.
minutes.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Do that.
So,
It'll be great. I really want to do one in Nigeria.
Yeah, that I
Yeah,
can see
yeah,
you guys
yeah,
doing
exactly.
that.
Like our third
And you're
big
friends with
listenership.
quite a few of the girls out there anyway.
yeah.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Yeah, because our listenership goes UK, Mexico, Lagos.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, that's really good.
actually really
That's
nice.
actually
So who's your
good.
biggest country? Is it the UK?
UK.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
Then
good.
America,
Yeah,
then Lagos.
they've got you chokehold, you know. Like
Yeah.
UK girlies got you.
We
But
have
we
4
love
listeners
the
in
UK
Kuwait.
Yeah.
We have 4 listeners in Kuwait.
4.
Wow.
Like Kuwait.
That's really good.
That is.
Oh, that's like it's like them Dubai.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's
Yeah.
definitely an expert.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
come to work.
Yeah, exactly. Someone's out there for work. Innit?
Right.
Like, definitely.
But yeah. Oh, guys, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. We are on route to 50,000.
Woo!
So please subscribe and
do.
comment.
And if you guys are listening through the audios, remember to give us 5 stars and leave a cheeky review. Guys, this has been an amazing episode. You know, we'll see you guys same time next week. Bye.
Bye.